Hey everybody, welcome to another Age of Grogu, and I have with me today Jason, Elijah, and Max. Hey guys.
What
And
up?
Lorraine and Enzo.
Hey.
And Enzo.
Yes,
Baby
jamming us
Enzo.
today.
And maybe the cat Gigi if
Gigi
turns up.
and Loki
and Loki
and Lorraine, the animals.
Lorraine, we got the animals with us as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Happy New Year, everybody. How's your New Year?
Happy New Year.
Yep.
Happy birthday to Jason.
Happy birthday to Jason. It is the
Oh,
8th.
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
Oh.
it's the 8th. I've lost track. Oh, completely
He had
forgot
that
it was
tucked
the,
away. That.
I literally forgot it was Jason's birthday today. It's the 8th. Happy birthday, Jason.
Thanks,
oh my
guys.
god.
We all
Wow.
have the ignored birthdays, so.
We all have to do that live then. But I actually was like, I would have got it eventually because I would have figured the 8th is like, oh my god. But yeah.
Elvis's birthday. It's Elvis and David Bowie's birthday.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. I shared my same birthday as Stan Lee and Denzel Washington
nice.
and what's her name? Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, guys. How's everyone's New Year been so far?
Good.
Hey,
8 days in.
Malloy. Yep.
Yo, Malloy, what
Malloy,
up?
a happy birthday to Jason.
Thanks, man.
Quiet
New
New
Year.
Year.
It's
Yeah.
it's been raining a lot here, which is
It has.
odd for us,
Yeah,
right? And
is
California is flooding.
yeah. That's fine. We need the rain, but apart from that, yeah. I mean, there's really unfortunately, there's not a massive amount of news in general. Today's been pretty quiet. Well, this week's been pretty quiet. So we figured we'd go through our local bits of news and
Local
yeah,
news.
Malloy, yes, we do. Don't we? 28th of December, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
You're another birthday twin right there.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, I figured that we'd go through our local, a little bit of news that we have, which is not a lot. We'd talk a little bit about Willow, and since we haven't talked really about it the last 2 weeks, and the Bad Batch season 2 premiere, which most of us watched. Did you watch it, Elijah? Did you catch up?
I didn't.
You
I didn't
didn't?
watch Bad
Okay,
Batch.
all right,
Didn't watch
okay.
The Last Willow either.
Okay.
So-
Well, it was actually fun. I enjoyed it. And then I figured, we'll spend the second half doing a tier list for our what we consider the best Star Wars spaceships out there, and we're going to put them in order of the tier list, and we can fight over that for a little bit, which should be kind of fun. The cool thing is I got the chance to actually pull from scratch, so it wasn't one of the pre-existing
nice.
tier lists. I've actually updated it with some of the most latest stuff from Andor and Bad Batch and stuff like that.
Oh,
too.
right.
So,
Yeah, 'cause they had
so
some new ships.
yeah, I've got a few bits and pieces. The only problem that really sucks is you can only put up to 50 different spaceships on that at a time. It won't let you put in more
really?
than 50 images. Or it's 50 different images, I should say, not spaceships. But so we only have, we've got that many, but there's a whole lot more. I had to drop a few because I really wanted to put some extra ones in, but
Yeah.
that's cool.
It makes you realize the rebels have no, all their ground vehicles are ass.
Oh, the ground vehicles are terrible for the rebels. Yeah, the rebels have
They have none.
They have a couple of
Almost.
speeders, literally
Yeah.
they
A
have-
couple light speeders.
They have
Speeders
air
they
speeders.
steal from
Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah, they have snow speeders, which are low-level craft vehicles. They may have a few swoops and speeders bikes, but not really.
Well, that's what always
Yeah.
bothered me about the what was it, Rise of Skywalker, when they do all the ships come in,
Yeah.
and it's like some cool ships, but all their ships would just get tanked by that by any of those Empire ships. Like they're just all
Oh, yeah,
like
totally.
low level
Yeah.
like freighters, and with like
For
It would
sure.
be like if we go up
handmade
against
guns.
It would be like if regular people go up against the U.S. military,
Mhm.
Yeah, an aircraft
is
carrier
exactly
versus
how
a
I
tugboat
thought.
or something.
But I mean,
Yes,
that's
yeah.
how it was supposed to be, right? In the first,
Yeah, that's
place.
exactly how it was
It's
supposed
just
to be.
junk, and then you're just fighting up against like a aircraft carrier.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, exactly.
it's like a bunch of civics against the aircraft carrier. That's
Yeah.
what. It's pretty much what the dynamic is.
Anyway, we'll go into that a little bit later. Obviously, terrible news about Jeremy Renner being in an accident on New Year's Eve. Was it New Year's Eve or New Year's Day? I can't remember.
Yeah, New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, yeah. But he's been posting images. He's getting better. I mean, look at that. They all seem very, very happy, except for Jeremy.
Yeah, that
who's
one
kind of-
nurse in that bottom left corner is a little too happy to be there.
Yeah, she is.
Like, yeah, he's just trying to heal, and everyone's
Yeah, that's it.
take a
Yeah,
picture
I
with him.
know. I
They
know.
waited until they drugged him up, and then they're like, oh,
Yeah,
And then you
that's
got that guy with the Batman hat. He's like, "Oh, I love comic books, dude."
it. Yeah, that's
I
it.
didn't see
Oh my
that.
God, Jeremy's gonna be one of my patients. Oh my God, it's like, but
I wish it was
yeah,
Batman, but
yeah.
you get
Oh,
what you get.
we hope that
Yeah.
the healing process gets better for him much better, much sooner than possible. Seems like he's at least talking and moving around, but it's still a pretty serious thing. He had like a whole snowplow fall on top of him or something like that.
Yeah, like
Yeah, it's
rolled on
crazy.
him. And those
Rolled
things
on
are
him. Yeah,
crazy. You got the treads and everything,
yeah,
like a little
yeah,
tank.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. Literally.
man.
So that would kind of suck, and so I mean. That's the thing. Accidents happen. It really kind of sucks when something like that happens. It doesn't matter who you are, too, does it?
Yeah, so it's
'Cause,
snow sucks, man.
snow. Yeah, well, I'm
Shouldn't
glad we
be
don't
there.
have to worry about snow in California.
Yeah.
Some parts
Yeah.
of California.
Some parts. Well, at least Los Angeles.
Parts
Most
that
of Los Angeles,
matter.
for the most part. I hate the cold. That's simple as that.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, few little bits of news, nothing major. This one was kind of interesting that Marvel Studios announced Robot Chicken Rider for 2023 movie. Do we know anything else about this? Have you read anything else, Max, on what it might be?
Yeah, Zeb Wells, great dude. They announced him to be the writer of one of the writers of the Marvels. He's
Oh,
also
cool.
going to be the head writer of Marvel Zombies.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
That's
cool.
gonna be a series, right, or a movie?
Yeah, it's a series that
Series.
they're coming to Disney Plus that they're not doing much promotion for, but
Okay,
yeah,
that's cool. That's
Man,
awesome.
it's crazy that we Marvel's been around so long
Yeah.
that we see trends in like how they run the company,
Yeah.
right? Like they
That is
try
crazy.
different things, they try all types of things, and they're like
Yeah.
what works, what sticks, what starts to
Yeah.
fail, and then they scramble around to try to fix it.
They seem to keep it fresh too. They're always bringing in fresh new people and
what's
stuff like
interesting
that.
here is Zeb Wells is a Marvel Comics writer who's written for Marvel Comics for years.
Yeah.
He currently writes Amazing Spider-Man,
Right.
and they're bringing him in to do a lot of stuff on Marvel Studios. He just wrote for She-Hulk too.
So they're pulling from the source material rather
Exactly.
than
So this is
They're,
like the
yeah,
next.
they're
people who are
getting the people
filmmakers,
who
yeah.
understand the lore, who literally create the lore of Marvel
Yeah.
to come in and do the lore of and their universes of the MCU, which
Right.
I think could be a great thing. I think it's going to start breaking that hump of people wanting more comic bookiness and wanting just bigger, greater stories and people who understand these characters.
Right.
Yeah, we're slowly watching comic book movies become more comic book as we go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How long did it take for us to get like actual comic accurate outfits for like Deadpool's white eyes are like a milestone
Yeah.
in comic book movies to
Yeah.
finally just suck it up and do what the comic book says.
Yeah.
And I
Take
think we're
30 years
slowly
to make a comic book character look like it's supposed to be.
yeah, it took
Yeah.
that long. We went from leather suits and X-Men to what we have now.
But it
It's
expanded
like
out
straight
there.
from
I
the
mean,
page.
yeah.
Like
I mean,
look
Jason,
at Thor, look at Love and Thunder. They have
Yeah.
literal comic book panels
Right.
in that
Well,
movie.
they have actual comic book panels, but they disregarded so much about the characters and just who
Yeah.
they.
But
it's
like
also-
you're coming close to from like the page to the screen is what what I mean.
Kind of,
you
yeah.
know?
I think this will be. I think the Marvels is going to be a different beast than the rest of the movies because they have three different characters to deal with. They have three different eras of Captain Marvels. Kind of, they have Carol Danvers, they have Monica, who's the Captain Marvel during Secret Wars,
Yeah.
and they have the newer Ms. Marvel. And
You have a Gen X, a
they
millennial,
have-
and a Gen
Yeah.
Z.
Yeah.
three
Yeah,
different
it's gonna be fun.
generations of Marvels coming together. I think it's going to be really important to have someone who understands the generations of influence that they each different kind of Marvel brings to the table.
I hope there's a good focus on that too. Just like
Yeah.
I think there will be. I definitely trust Zeb Wells as a writer. His book Hellions last year was one of my favorite books. Yeah, he's a great dude. I also owe him a shout out because I saw him at Comic-Con. I gave him a copy of my book, and he took it home and read it. And he found me the next day in line for Scott Snyder. He came up to me and was
That's
like, "Tell me how much
awesome.
you liked it."
That's so
yeah,
cool.
nice.
good dude.
That is awesome.
It's huge.
Yeah, that is huge. Wow. That is crazy. I think it was Jason you were saying a few weeks ago recently. It's also like that kind of thing about identifying with the comic book close to the source is spreading out beyond Marvel because it was what was it the blue furry creature. What's his name? The
Fairy?
game. The electric little blue guy, different movie, not Marvel. No, it's a computer game based movie that is a little blue guy with
Oh, Sonic.
Sonic. Thank you,
Oh,
Sonic the
wow.
Hedgehog.
A
Wow,
little
that
blue
took a
guy.
while. to figure out
Hedgehog,
that.
Brent.
Sonic
Wow.
the Hedgehog. Hey,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
like
play
little blue
computer
guy.
games, but
You just watched Pinocchio.
but that's the source material where they tried to do something completely different with it, and obviously it failed on the first film because everybody
It's a huge milestone. Well, no, it
Yeah.
failed in the
I-
first
yeah.
trailer.
did the trailer exactly. Yeah.
And then, like,
Yeah.
they
Yeah, I
just-
think
but
people who know these characters want some
Yeah.
semblance of what they know
Correct,
about them. They
exactly,
don't want
yeah.
just. I think
It-
in the early 2000s, it was easy to put the X-Men in just leather suits and say, "Look, they're the X-Men. They're all there." But I think nowadays people want a little more
They had to-
substance and more recognizability than what they.
they had to
grew up
ease
with.
us. They had to ease us into the concept. You know, it was not like they had superpowers, so that was enough. They thought that was enough for like the viewers to like take in. It's like, oh no, we can't do spandex. Even to the point of like
Right.
Make it
talking
feel
shit
good.
about the spandex in the movie. Like we
Yeah.
expect
You
spandex.
wear spandex. Yeah.
But then like
Yeah.
Sonic was a huge milestone in itself where like people just lashed back. It's like, no, dude, you guys
Yeah.
gotta stop doing this.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
then,
I think that was the tipping point.
yeah, and like they tried to make this thing that exists in the real world, and
So-
like now, but I feel like you know, I saw some interviews with like the guy who was like the creative director for Sonic, and he said that the animator kind of had that in their back pocket, kind of knowing like, all right, this might
Really?
be weird,
Uh-huh.
but like we've already kind of half designed like a
Right.
more like a more video game accurate version of him. So
Yeah.
they had that in their kind of in their back pocket, and there's a lot of theories saying that
Yeah.
they did that on purpose. They released the ugly
Yeah.
Sonic,
Oh.
and then they
Right.
had this one already
Bring up
because
hype.
it,
No.
in a matter of months. That's just a theory, Brent.
Yeah, I know.
But, like,
you
that's
know,
what a
you know
lot
they
of
were
people were
far along.
thinking.
They were so far along with that look
Yeah.
and design. And
But it was the amount of time it took to release the new trailer
right.
that was like kind of fishy because
Well, it
it,
got pushed
happened
back a
so
whole year.
quick. Yeah.
It got pushed back just so they could redo the.
I'm just saying that's like a
visuals.
theory that was going around the internet.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was definitely the tipping point of people saying like, you can't just keep changing everything we love about a character to fit your needs to try and make $1 billion in a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand
ruins
why.
the-
You have to understand why it's popular,
Yeah.
and respect the source material because that's what got it to where it is in the first place.
Yeah.
Why would you
Really, it
change?
always
that,
reminds me
you know?
of this bit in this Jean-Claude Van Damme show where they were making fun of all the different adaptions, and it's Jean-Claude Van Damme as Huckleberry Finn, and it's just an action movie with him and Jim, and they're just like on that. He's holding him off the edge of a building, like, "I will save you if my last breath
Yeah.
depends." It's like so
Right.
over dramatic. It's like making
The
fun
gritty,
of how
the gritty
it's just making fun of,
adaptations.
like,
Right.
that's how I feel when I watch some of these Marvel movies when they take something and they just adapt it in just a completely different way. I'm like, it feels like they're adapting Huckleberry Finn to be an action movie.
Yeah.
And we come a long way from Dolph Lundgren's Punisher.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I didn't mind that as much. I mean, Punisher's one of those characters that's had such wildly.
That movie, I feel like, was something else, and they just slapped the Punisher name on it. You know?
I mean, yeah, but I feel like the Punisher's been through so many
It de-
different
it
weird
depends
phases.
on
He could just be in a room
who was
killing people, and
writing
a
it.
Punisher.
Actually, Punisher, yeah, is more. He's less comic book out of all the comic book stuff. They just took
Right.
action movie person
That's what I mean.
and
So
put
it
him in
depends on
pages. You know?
exactly. It depends on who was directing it and.
Well,
what
that's
they
why
had
it
I feel like,
going
trans-
on.
yeah, like,
that's
have
why
you
it
guys heard of
translated-
James Cameron's Spider-Man movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been the script leaked this week or last week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's got some bonkers stuff with
Did that have-
Spider-Man and Mary Jane having sex on top of a bridge in
Okay.
California.
Oh, Doc
and
Ock and Aunt May kind of thing. Did they do that in that?
I didn't see that. I was reading just clips people took out, and the whole thing took place in California. He said it in San Francisco.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And this is before Venom. This is like years before Venom was trying to do. I mean, Venom was already in San Francisco, but yeah, there's some wild stuff where it's like a dark, edgy Spider-Man where he's
Well, think about the era that he was releasing this to. You know, this is pre-Tobey Maguire.
yeah.
And, like,
I mean,
back then it was
Late
like
90s.
Yeah, I think like anything that came out was kind of just like gritty.
So
I think it
Roby-
would have been a 90s Spider-Man to the extreme. I don't think it would have been that uncomic book accurate. I just think it would have been an era most people don't think about when they think Spider-Man comics.
Mhm.
So roping it back in again, just quickly, I wanted to say I saw the movie Puss in Boots 2, which was really high ratings on both the critics and the public to the tomato meter. I thought it was good. It definitely had some probably pretty strong morals in there, which were really well slayed out. It was, it was a decent enough film. It was definitely better than the first one, but I still prefer like the Shrek 1 and 2, for example, first. I think they were much better films. They're kind of, I don't know. They're trying to do this kind of lead back into the Shrek films again at the end of this last film. So,
You're seeing how popular Shrek is right now with like
yeah,
And he's always
internet
popular.
culture
yeah, it's
alone
crazy.
is like Shrek is still big and alive.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because that film came out well over 20 years ago.
Yeah,
But it's
weird.
kind of it depends on the directors and all that sort of stuff. And they've actually they had a much stronger script this time around. So if you see it, it's worth checking out. I was entertained for an hour and a half kind of thing, but nothing major.
I really enjoyed Bad Guys. That last
the
Oh, yeah.
animals.
works.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought it was good. I mean, my thoughts on it was like, I was like, all right, you know what? Zootopia did a good job of portraying like anthropomorphic animals and still
Right,
keeping
right.
their anatomy,
Yeah.
whereas Bad Guys just went full on like, oh, these are sexy animals.
Speaking
They're
of
like too sexy for their own good.
Speaking of whatever animals, Megan is doing well on the box office that opened this week, which is interesting. Avatar 2 is like hits $500 million faster than Top Gun, Rogue One, any of the other films. So it's actually doing really well. And at this point, I think it's nearly 1.7 billion. So James Cameron has kind of stated that it looks like that the momentum that the film has taken is easily past our break even in the next few days. So it looks like I can't wiggle out of this one. I'm going to have to do these other sequels. So it looks like we're going to get definitely 5 movies of the Avatar franchise.
Is that what he made Manhattan Studios for, anyways?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was
more or
always
less.
the plan. I think it was the backup plan was shut everything down and sell off everything if everything went wrong.
Right.
But I think the initial plan was always to make these movies.
Yes, yeah,
He has
absolutely.
big old water tanks in there. And
Yeah, I'm sure there are. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I guess, yay. I guess we're gonna see more Avatar. How's it going there,
next
Black
one,
Loki?
oh, you just missed him. Where's your pug? Wait, what's your pug's name?
Anyway,
Clokey?
yeah. So one other last thing of news was that guess what this year is? It is the 40th anniversary of
40th
Return of the Jedi.
Oh, old. I'm so old.
I know, it's crazy, huh? I was 13 when I saw that film.
40 years.
Oh
yeah.
man, you guys just yeah.
I like this logo. I don't know if this is an official logo or not, but I like it as a design. I think
It
it's
looks great.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I hope it is an official design because I want to actually kind
It
of,
looks regal yet Star Wars at the same
yeah,
time.
I would get that on a T-shirt, and it's Princeton.
Princeton.
That's his pug's name.
Oh man,
yeah.
does he have like a nice silk pillow? I feel like with a name like that, you need a silk pillow with tassels
funny.
on it.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
for sure.
It's like the pug in Pocahontas.
So, guys, we caught up with Willow. We caught up with the Bad Batch. Let's talk Willow for a little bit. Episode 7 of Willow was actually a little bit better than what they've done in the past. I thought it was kind of some fun stuff in there.
You could tell this is an episode where they were saving a lot of the budget for.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was some nice camera work, some cool stunt work, and stuff like that.
Well, you could tell they saved on the choreography from the last episode. Used it for this one.
Yeah.
Actually, the last episode did look expensive, also, right? The one with
Yeah,
Christian,
I mean-
they had Christian
Slater,
Slater.
too.
They had a bunch of
Yeah.
trolls.
Yeah.
It was like all caves and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
Dang.
the granted is, a lot of it's been location up until now, and this is the first time they've used most of the
Yeah.
interior sets. They obviously use the volume there with the parts of the water stuff.
They're in the
But
Soul Stone.
yeah, but I know there's a location in England, and I don't know where it is, where they've got that where the water line is just very, very thin. So
Just
and,
kept like,
and
just kept
there was
filming
some
the
cool
same
stuff.
on the same beach.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and I mean, it looked cool. I mean, there was some cool the
They had
the
a nice ass
stagecoach kind
puppet.
of
They had
thing.
like a Jim Henson puppet
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
puppet was
the
awesome.
salamander named
look good.
Yeah.
what did he name it?
Oh,
Like
I
just
forgot
a
the name.
regular like Daniel or
Yeah.
something like Nathaniel, right?
I, I can't remember what
Yeah,
it
it was like Daniel or Nathaniel or something like that.
Yeah,
Was this from his fan fiction that he was writing?
yeah.
He
It's
named
been
it
cool.
after.
Yeah, no, I mean, again, it's one episode left. I mean, I guess ratings will determine whether this series gets a season 2 or not.
I think it's looking grim.
I think it's probably going to be grim because it's not getting a lot of response, and there's a few diehard
Yeah.
fans.
I think it was a
online.
bad idea to begin with, just because I don't think young people know Willow, and just from speaking to younger cousins,
That's why Willow's not the main
That's where
character.
you're wrong. It's these newer kids that are actually digging this series, and they're actually invested in going to look at the film. I mean, reading online, there's a lot of people that have really, through Twitter and all that, a lot of people have actually, and younger generations have been enjoying this show. So
Yeah, but are they watching it
Hey,
enough
Anchorman.
for it to continue for another
in the
season
comments.
though?
well, that's the thing. They seem to
That
be
doesn't.
at
That
least
doesn't.
continue.
I mean, no. Regardless of,
I actually did know that because where is it? Where is it? I have it right here. I was just reading it.
Everything on hand, all his comic books, like that.
That
He
is
is
funny.
dead in this Dan Slott Spider-Man run, the end of Spider-Verse.
Okay.
And I don't think he's dead. He just got because the last issue, or the last few panels of the that
he died.
version
Actually,
of
just
he
broke it
died.
up.
Xavier of art could still be out there.
Yeah, there you go. Right.
I remember the first time I saw Spider-Man die was
And
at
they introduced
Craven's Last
Peter
Hunt.
Palmer, the original concept art of
Oh, really?
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, the voice of one of the actors in Puss in Boots is the guy who voiced Spider Pig in Spider Verse.
John Mulaney.
John Mulaney. That's
Oh,
the
John
voice.
Mulaney.
Yeah, yeah.
That dude's
He
great.
plays the villain on this. It was actually pretty cool.
That's fun.
But anyway, yeah, and then Willow, and then Bad Batch. Jason, you really haven't really seen most of the first season, but what do you think of season 2? You're not big on this style of animation
No,
necessarily.
I just I mean, it's just as being a fan of animation in general, it's,
Right, yeah.
it's probably on the lower end of like
Okay.
anime. Style wise is great. I like the style. Screenshots look awesome. It's just I wish the characters walked with a little bit more weight.
Fair enough.
It's
fair
a technical thing, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna let that get in the way.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna-
the thing. Yeah, the story, and also again, it's like
As much as it's taking me to not
Uh-huh.
let that bother me, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, it's the camera
It's a
shots, the
kid's
moving
show.
shots, all the stuff like that. Yeah, it's this.
It had
I mean,
Brent,
I'm not
every
enjoying it as
cartoon
much-
does that.
Yeah, I'm not enjoying it as much as I say enjoy the Clone Wars, but it's still kind of like I wish I knew what was going on with Rex and the other story characters. Max, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, it feels like some of the most interesting stuff is happening off screen.
Hey, son.
Like I don't know what's going on with Crosshairs, but his story I feel like is far more interesting than what we got
Yeah,
with that heist.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it occurred to me as well that Crosshair let the Bad Batch go at the end of season 1, and basically Empire think that he is still dead. That the Bad Batch is still dead. So it's like Crosshair has not been telling the Empire everything to let his brothers go. So it's going to be interesting to see where that comes.
Oh, the one that went Nazi on them.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, we're jumping.
Wait, why
back
did
into
he do
Willow.
that?
So yeah, what's that?
Why did Crosshair switch?
He switched. He originally it was because of the inhibitor chip switched on for him, but he had it removed, and it's just his way of thinking.
And he still like
and
decided
he's
to.
still yeah.
Why?
But,
he was just evil. He decided he'd rather align himself with the Empire than lose who he was as a person.
right. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading the chat.
He
here.
got that clone in him. He's like, "This is what we were made for, guys."
Yeah.
Exactly. It was the idea of the good. It was an extension of the idea of good soldiers follow orders.
Yeah.
Like
But
a good
anyway,
Nazi. Huh?
I mean, it was
There's
a
such
fun
thing.
It was a fun 2-part season premiere, and they're going to go with individual episodes next week.
We got to see we got to see like an old droid tank, the separatist.
Oh yeah, the
Tech.
battle.
That was
battle droids.
fun.
It
It was
was like,
kind of fun that they went to Count Dooku's old castle as well. His
I wish they did more with that. I wish there was like some discovery about Dooku, like just something casual. Like he still kept him like something of Yoda's.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was just like
It could have been like such like a 2-second quick moment of that.
It was
Well,
just for a
here's-
name drop, mostly.
I mean,
It
you
could've-
learned. I thought you'd learn something about Dooku, but instead you learned absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
It's
you
just
didn't
a
learn
set
Like,
piece
it
to
could have-
the location.
It could have been any high-ranking person, you know.
But the thing
That
is,
was my issue with it. I was like, if you're gonna specifically say Dooku,
Yeah.
do something interesting with it. Advance
The name drop
Well,
is
we-
enough, you know.
well, we did learn something. It's like the fact he pillaged his own people. I mean, that says. Huge
Oh, I
thing
mean,
about the
yeah,
man.
but
the
I
thing
feel
is,
like we could've
he
assumed
literally
that.
is.
And
he's
I was
supposed
just
to be,
starting to like him after watching, like,
He,
that
literally-
what was that other show that he was just in, Tales of the Jedi.
Tales of the
Tales of the
Jedi?
Jedi.
Yeah.
I was just starting to like him, and then you
that
see
was great
this,
backstory.
and
Well,
you
the
see
thing
this,
is-
you're like, oh yeah, he's always an asshole.
Yeah, I mean, the fact is that Dooku is supposed to also be the richest person in more or less in the galaxy. Is the way it's
Was he?
apparently he's oh yeah, according to
I didn't think he was
books,
the richest in the galaxy. I
he's,
think he was.
he's up there.
I just thought his I just thought he liked fancy lightsabers.
No. He is extremely. He was an extremely rich person who had exploited a lot of wealth and that sort of stuff over the years, and obviously family wealth. I'm guessing, but he just happened to be a Jedi Knight and Force sensitive. So I think that's kind of a cool story in by
In fact,
itself.
that's not fair. Like
Yeah.
you got all these powers and you just abuse it. That's why he was.
Yeah, I mean,
dark
he
side,
didn't.
I guess, huh?
Yeah, he didn't pull all that wealth and money after he joined to the dark side. He literally had all that before.
He's like, you know what?
he was,
Let's look at this guy. He's an
Wouldn't he
asshole.
give
Let
it
us
up when he
go.
became a Jedi to like remove
Right?
himself from the
Yeah.
attachment?
He should. He should have.
Yeah.
I mean, how long was he a Jedi for? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where the more you think about it, just gets more confusing.
It does. I mean, there's more backstory. It was the idea of the Jedi is the fact that they're not supposed to actually have wants for wealth and.
But this is what the Star Wars, this newer generation of Star Wars is
Right.
like. You just you find out something and you're like, oh man, that's good. Wait, but what about this? Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. No, that wait, what? That's Star Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
no, that's pretty accurate.
That's honestly about all the news that I can think of with information that we've got. I mean, is there
Oh,
anything else that happened
Brent, you
that
watched
read?
you watched the Jason pick of the week. Well, that was like weeks ago.
Jason pick of the week.
Yeah, RRR.
Oh, I did see that. Yes. It was good. I mean, it
Wild
was
ride,
different.
right?
Yeah, I mean, there's some really fun kind of stunt work and all that sort of
Oh
stuff.
yeah,
in
some of the
it.
best stunt work you'd ever see.
Yeah, it was some good stuff in there. Yeah, RRR is a shot in India, kind of a Bollywood kind of movie. The Bollywood films really do go into full-on musicals, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they appreciate their dance sequences as much as the action,
Which is very
Which-
random
and it
in
gets-
the middle of
and-
the
and it gets the same amount of attention that the action sequences get too.
yeah, it does
Maybe
too.
more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
They're
say
big.
maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
they'll-
you notice that all no real animals filmed.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah.
All
It was
CG. I think,
all
which is
CG.
a great, it's a good step into humanity.
Yeah.
We should start doing more often.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously there's a certain budget that's maintained, so it was very obvious that that's yeah, it's a very yeah. I mean, it's noticeably CG, I guess. I do believe that ILM are doing I think they're doing a volume over in India sometime soon too.
Nice.
That's cool.
Which is
But yeah,
that sort of
as
stuff for
as
Bollywood
cheesy
films.
as that movie is, it's it makes up for its self-awareness of how insane it is too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it, like
It's very long.
embraces
It's
it.
3 hours long. It's on
Oh, yeah, it's
Netflix. So
epic.
it was definitely like it was. I literally thought after about an hour and a half, it felt like it was winding down.
Yeah,
and,
right?
And I was like, oh, I wonder.
It's
If,
like,
I
oh, we're only
literally had to go
halfway
take a
through.
pee break. I was like, I wonder how long we've got. And I look at it as like another hour and a half. What?
I know, right? Maybe get some
So,
food too, you know?
Yeah,
Because,
yeah, yeah. But anyway.
but yeah, I like that one. That was fun.
Yeah.
That's why when I watched that around the time when we were watching Miss Marvel, and then so like seeing the
Right.
choreography in that, and then seeing Miss Marvel, I was just like,
That can throw
like,
you.
I was like
if
burnt
you've
out,
seen-
you know?
Yeah, that can
Yeah.
throw you when if you've seen something that's a much different type of movie that is
Yeah.
that.
But it's just like, yeah,
what's his
after
name is-
watching like 3 hours of like insane high budget action,
Mhm.
and then seeing like, you know, what I see is equivalent to like cable action sequences.
Right.
The
Yeah.
fight scene at the
Wouldn't it-
train station or whatever it was.
Shouldn't
And
it be?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
Shouldn't
bad.
it be like cable action sequences? It's still TV. Like I think people maybe expect too much of TV nowadays.
Yeah.
No, but I know, but still, I mean, you got Disney money, dude. What are you doing? You cutting
Yeah.
corners? Like, look what they did. Look what they did to Iron Fist. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, they cut a lot of that budget, and it
Right.
kind of it suffered for that. You
Yeah.
know, if you're gonna focus on writing, you're gonna focus on acting. Choreography
Yeah.
needs to be on point too. You know,
Right.
and if you're gonna cut corners, you're gonna see that. And I think choreography is one of the worst places
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
cutting corners because
Yeah.
like you either do it smart or I don't know.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot. I think that's important.
Right. Yeah.
These are action movies too, you know.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Like imagine if the splash page had like some, you know, if they just cut corners on like a main action sequence in a
Mhm.
comic book.
Yeah.
You know, you need that splash page to look awesome, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you can't really.
Yeah.
I think it's the
Just
same
again,
way with
stick
everything.
to the source material. Do some good fights and stuff, you know.
So there's
I think
any other-
everything's about allocating the right resources to the right, things. Though I just think Marvel TV's been not allocating it to the fight scenes. They've been going with visuals instead.
Yeah, I mean Loki. As much as I still like Loki, yeah, they did have some lackluster fight sequences in it
Right.
at some points. But I mean, I think Winter Soldier and Falcon and Winter Soldier had some decent fight sequences.
Yeah,
though.
there's some fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's because they weren't shooting as much CG. I mean, they actually did shoot a lot of CGI stuff, but they weren't.
They shot a
doing
lot
as
of
much as,
location though too. They
they were shooting a lot more location stuff and less
Right.
stuff which is
But I
more
think since it's a Captain America property, they're like, oh yeah, he fights. You know,
Yeah.
like look at the difference between like Winter Soldier choreography and the first Avenger choreography.
Mhm.
Like they learned that choreography and fighting does a lot, and especially since Captain America should be the best hand-to-hand combat character in the Marvel universe, they got to do that, right?
This is super controversial, but I think the first Avenger, they stylized the action as if it was on a comic book page.
Oh
So
no,
there's-
but I mean it
so there's,
worked for that.
A lot of
but, like,
slow-mo shots of him like holding the shield, firing a gun, and stuff that would look
oh,
awesome on a
that's
page.
great, but I'm just talking about like the fight sequences.
No,
where-
yeah. It was
Right.
they stylized them completely differently.
Yeah. But it's from a different era, so it makes sense, you know.
Yeah,
Contextually,
totally.
I thought that was fine. I let it slide. But
Yeah.
if he's coming into the current world, they did a great job of ramping that up and focusing on that because he's learned some MMA stuff since he's been unfrozen, you know?
Yeah.
Like, all right, I got to fight. Like, I can't fight like it's the 40s anymore. And I got to actually fight now. And so I think that, like, that's what I like to, I think that's a great thing to focus on. And it's Captain America, so he's got to fight. And you got Winter Soldier there too. So you got to keep in with the consistency of how good Winter Soldier fights. So I focus on the choreography was a good call for her.
I mean, Winter Soldier literally has to be such a skilled fighter just to make sense in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Did you guys have anything else you can think of that you saw or read or?
I
came across this week?
watched Strange World.
Oh yeah.
Oh, how was it? I heard very mixed things about
The
it.
most didactic things I've ever seen.
Right. Okay.
It's just like, oh, message. It was pretty heavy-handed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
what I heard people who were like saying that it was pretty heavy-handed for people who acknowledge that most Disney movies are pretty heavy-handed. There's like even for
Oh, but I mean,
animated.
they are, but like for this, I feel like
Okay.
because of the subject matter, it was a bit extra, you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I
I
like-
think Disney should
And
just
there's a really
take advantage
blatant.
of some of the early properties they have and do. I think Disney, do they own Challengers of the Unknown?
Right.
What's that?
Does Disney technically own Challengers of the Unknown right now?
I don't
I have
know.
no idea.
What is that one?
It's like it was kind of like an early precursor to like Fantastic Four kind of space adventures, like pulpy space adventures.
Right.
And I think it's the exact kind of thing they want to, shove down kids' throat right now. Just fun family sci-fi adventures
Right. Right.
that you can put messages in.
Well,
Elijah-
it's more of like the power, like what we use for our energy source,
Right.
like is what I'm
Okay.
saying is heavy-handed in it.
Right.
Like
Oh,
we're
yeah,
using
really?
this thing, and it's like, oh, this new power source is awesome. This is a light spoilers, but it's like this new power source is awesome, man. And then they later learn that it's killing the planet. It's like it's so heavy-handed as
Uh-huh.
far as
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
message is.
Right.
It's a
right.
great message. I
Yeah.
like everything they're trying to say,
Yeah.
but they didn't really tiptoe around it. You know,
Right. Right.
it's just
Elijah,
very
did you-
like. I'm
You
sorry.
look like you were going to try to say something, and I've been trying to cut in.
Okay.
What did you have there, Elijah?
I was just saying
Who's
that.
yours?
Shut up, Jason. Give Elijah a chance.
Ah,
Yes.
they were saying on the John Campea show that James Gunn was saying that by the end of the month they would have an outline for what's happening with the DC going forward.
Right.
Just
Oh,
a basic
okay.
outline of what's happening within, what their plan is. Like maybe not a full outline or a full
Yeah,
full-
James
history.
confirmed that, right? Kind of
this-
half
Yeah, he said
sometime
there'd be
this
some
month,
sort of slate.
sometime within the end of the month, they would kind of give their plan for what's happening to kick off the DC
Okay.
movies.
Nice.
I have a feeling it's going to be very what people expect. It's going to be like, of course we're doing Superman. Of course we're
Yeah.
using Batman. Of course we're doing Green Lantern. Like it's going to be like all that stuff where it's like the stuff that would have been common sense 10 years ago. James Gunn's going to be like, yeah, of course we're doing all that the A-list characters because DC has just way more A-list characters than Marvel does.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think
The
his
stuff that
first
everybody's been
Batman?
waiting to see. I wouldn't be surprised actually if they even started with some sort of Justice League movie, even if they didn't call it Justice League, but making a movie with just introducing a bunch of characters straight up in the first movie.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, for sure. Establish
think-
as DC has so many characters that you could just establish like
Yeah.
15 characters in one movie, and you still
Yeah.
have like 100 more to go. Like
Right.
Yeah.
it's not like Marvel where you only have a few top tier A-list characters that they had access to without going into X-Men and Spider-Man and and Fantastic Four and all that they didn't have access to.
Mhm.
And I'm
DC
fine
has
with
it all
them
right now.
reinventing the characters, changing the actors. I'm okay with that as long as it's good. It's like as long as it's good. It's like
You can do that, make
you
it
can
good.
have a bunch of different miniseries of Batman, and like you can have a trade paper. You get a full story, a shorter story, like different writers, different artists doing a Batman story, and it all works.
It
I don't see why they
has
can't
to.
do that in a movie where they have
Yeah.
where they just change it up. It's like it's still Batman.
It
It's still the
has to
character
hit
that
a higher percentage. DC have to hit a higher percentage than what they had before. And
Right.
granted, there is a bunch of people that really enjoyed the Snyderverse. I understand and respect that. But it was more 50-50. 50% enjoyed it, 50% were not really getting off on it. They want to bring that margin up severely. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, but we'll see.
Who do you think his first Batman villain will be?
Oh,
I don't know.
I have
Who'd
a
you
weird
want?
feeling
Who'd
that
you
they're
want
gonna
James
Mr.
Gunn to
Freeze
do?
or Poison Ivy or someone that hasn't been done in a really
Oh
long
yeah,
time.
Poison Ivy. Oh, remember
And
that?
I
we were
also
talking?
think, depending on who comes in, they could do something out of left field, like the Mad Hatter.
It
But
could be
then-
weird. Yeah, with
I think they need to
James Gunn
establish
doing
a
it.
proper League of Shadows, League of Assassins.
Don't think it'll be as
yeah.
much about. I'll be honest. I don't think it's going to be as much about who's going to be the first villain, but what is the first set of stories in the comic book strips that he wants to work with? Because I got a feeling he's going to go by story. That's something that hasn't been done before, whether it's Batman or Superman.
I think he'll be going not by
the
story,
comics.
but by Robin. I think it'll go.
Really,
I think that the next Batman movies are going to be marked by each movie having a different
We'll see.
Robin.
we'll see.
Oh, that'd be
I kind
awesome.
of like to see
That'd be cool.
Solomon Grundy as a
Yeah.
as a
I
bad
agree.
guy in
That'd
a
be cool.
Batman movie.
Yeah, yeah.
You'd be a really
That or
fun
Clayface.
kind of like.
Clayface would be a
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Clayface would be
in-
awesome. I really want
Clayface
to see
has so much unrealized
Yeah.
potential.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
totally.
I've always wanted
I'm
to see
so
Clayface.
surprised that there's not
But-
more great
okay,
Clayface
number
stories.
one, a proper Mr. Freeze.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, a
that's going to be
proper
high on a lot of
Mr.
people.
Freeze,
On
Yeah.
anyone's priority is
Totally.
going to do.
Yeah.
Totally.
Either Matt
People
Reeves is
want,
going to do it or
proper-
James Gunn's
proper
going to do
Mr.
it. But
Freeze,
Mr.
for sure.
Freeze.
I would
Well,
hope that would be a
there's-
character they would carry on through multiple movies and let that arc go
Yeah.
very long and not have it just be like a one end like story about Nora and that's it. Like just
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
a one
A through
one
story. A through
movie
story.
like a through line
Yeah.
through like
He will do whatever he
through
does.
story.
There'll be a through story. I'm sure of it because he's.
But I think
he's
if-
good at that.
The proper thing they should do with the Batman movie is that they should have two villains on opposite sides of the spectrum. So like they do a League of Assassins and have Lady Shiva
That
and
says
David
Firefly.
Keaton on one side, and then a
Hush.
Clue Master on the other, because both those villains can relate to two Batman family characters, and they can
Mhm.
delve into the family of that Batman has around him and what makes them all unique and what they all have in common is like the damage they all have and why they fight crime.
Mhm.
Do you think they didn't? Do you think they'd include the Court of Owls? Maybe. Did they?
Yeah, I
They-
think
they
Court of
did
Owls
touch
is
on
gonna
that.
be
They
included
touched
in
on
Matt
that
Reeves'
in
universe
Gotham.
probably first.
Gotham kind of touched in Court of Owls for a season or two at least, and which was interesting. But
No, but I mean the movies. Like,
Yeah, I think Matt Reeves is going to do it. I think he's setting the stage for it to do it first,
Yeah.
and
I
then
feel like it could be like as far as tying everything together in that
right,
universe that he's created. I think that would be a great next step for
yeah.
his Batman.
So shall we play around with this Star Wars spaceship tier list, guys, and have a bit of fun?
Oh yeah.
All right, let's get.
is
this
there a
up.
criteria for this list? Are we often going off of what
I-
our favorite chip is or
No, I picked.
The
50
criteria is let Brent talk when it's the animation ship, you know, because like
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
we
well,
won't know
most of
anything
it-
about it.
Most
so
of it.
Brent will
most
just
of it's
explain
here.
it to
Okay,
us.
so basically our
okay,
tier.
okay, I see. I
Yeah.
see.
So basically, guys, our tier list is basically S for like superb, whatever we could satisfactory, whatever the best kind of level you can get. A, B, C, and D. D being the worst. What we totally don't look
Superb.
This is going to go in the sense of what we think about it as sleek and design, as well as how well
Power.
we think it's power and all that sort of stuff. And whether we just like the
criteria.
design or not. I mean, the design is also a big part of it. And what we're going to do is, if one of us picks a S tier and one of us picks a D tier, then we'll probably find somewhere in the middle that it has to exist. We're not going to be outvoting as to where it belongs, but if three of us pick S tier and one of us picks D tier, then it's going to go closer to A, or vice versa. If one of us picks S tier and three of us pick D tier, it's going to be closer to C. So, sorry, just throat is scratchy. Okay, so out of all these ships, I've made this simpler. I'm actually going to be pulling up each image of each ship. A-Wing Fighter is our first ship, guys.
A-Wing, what do you guys
A-Wing.
think? It's classic, but was it your favorite in those movies?
I personally was not a
Like,
fan
I always
of it.
thought it was kind of scrubby.
Yeah.
it's definitely mid. I'd put it B.
Mid, because
B?
it's not an X-Wing, you know?
Yeah.
Like X-Wings are probably the coolest out of all the Rebel ships, but the A-Wing was
Yeah,
no, that's
maybe.
just my opinion.
With
Like
the fighter ships. Yeah,
if I were to have the toys,
Right.
and then like you had like that next to like all the X-Wings and even TIE fighters, that would
Yep.
be the last one I'd want to grab. You
Really?
know?
You mean
Yeah, it's
like over there where I've got all the A-Wing
you
fighters.
could have 50 of them and I'll still think the same thing, Brent.
Oh, for sure. No, I agree.
But I'm just saying, in comparison, that's something
Yeah.
to consider in all this.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta compare it to the other things,
Right.
because where is it ranking as far as what you want to grab if they're
Correct.
all piled
Exactly.
together?
So
I'm sorry, but that one will be the last one I'd choose.
there's a
Well,
lot
it is a smaller ship. Anything bigger
Mm-hmm.
than that, you're going to need a lot of upkeep on it, you know,
Mhm.
or extra crew. That's like a
Yep.
one-person ship that you could pilot
S
yourself.
tier,
Yeah.
Anchorman.
Anchorman puts it in S tier. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not gonna S tier the A-Wing fighter. We got too many cool ships coming out.
I mean, I like the distressed look of it. You know, just that rebel tech. You know,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
it's got that
Yeah.
rebel aesthetic.
Yeah,
So rebel. You know,
yeah, yeah.
I got
So
the
what do you
most rebel
think?
aesthetic out of everything.
What do you
Mid.
think, guys? Do we
B.
think about B? B sound good for
I
everyone?
would say C, but
Okay.
If I'm
Yeah,
odd
I'm
man
trying to
out,
lean
then-
towards more Elijah. Yeah, this is pretty.
I
scary.
can live with a C on that.
Live in a
Yeah.
C? Okay, all right. So we're going
Yeah.
to put the A-Wing at a C. Okay. So our next ship that we have up on the block here is the Arc 170. It's basically like the equivalent of the X-Wing. We see it in Revenge of the Sith. It's
I don't even remember this. shit.
Really?
Yeah, it looks like a fly.
Just in the
Oh, no, no.
background in the opening
It looks like
sequence.
the Mantis.
No. These were the ones that all the clone troopers were flying. These were they were flying these when they had the big battle in the opening sequence of Revenge of the Sith. These were the S-foil ships that they were using, because it was like the clone trooper goes S-foils in attack position. So this is the equivalent.
Its aesthetic, its color aesthetics are pretty much based on that A-wing.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was just
yeah.
their motif at the time.
I personally was not a fan of them when they first came out, but over time it's grown on me a little bit. So
It's got that prequel look, you know, and it's like that transition point between the prequel and like the original trilogy.
yeah,
How it kind of still has that sleek, kind
correct. Yeah.
of 50s kind of look, but like almost kind of more utilitarian as far as all those ships go. I don't know. No, I don't have really no opinion on it.
Really? Okay.
That
Yeah,
one's
I
hard for me
didn't
because I probably saw it and had such little opinion on it. It went immediately out of my brain.
Okay.
I would not grab that on a pile of toys.
So okay.
Me neither.
Really, that's funny
That'd be
because
on my B- that
I
would be a
grabbed
B
it on
for
a
me.
pile of toys.
You
It was-
grabbed all of them.
It was
Brent.
no, I didn't. I really regret some of the vehicles that I never got back in the day. Like I never got the.
I know, but if you could, you would.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know,
This one was. I think I got it because it was on sale, like massive sale. So I probably picked it for like $10 or $15.
I'm
when
saying
I
D tier, guys.
D? No.
That's what I say. D
It's
as
kind of
well.
lame.
I'm gonna put it at B at least.
Nah.
I'll go D.
Yeah.
That's three
Okay.
Ds to
All
one
right.
B.
Okay, so 3D.
You can equal it out to a C, but
So we'll put up
it's
to a
still
C.
D.
So do you want to put it before the X? Yeah, after the X wing.
Yeah.
Sorry, after the A wing, I should say. We'll put it after.
There was something in between C and D. That's where it would sit.
We might have to
Right,
drop it
right.
down back
Majority
down
of
to a D
us
if there's no other D.
say it's a D.
Well, I'm saying right now, but we're going to be able to wedge things in between. This is higher up on the list.
all
This is
subject to
lower down
change.
on the list. Yeah.
Okay,
Subject to
that's
move around.
fine.
Okay. All right. So the next one we're going to jump to is the Arresta class Cantwell cruiser. We see this in very briefly in Rogue One, I think it was, but then we see it obviously in
Andor showed it, right?
Andor. Yes, of course.
Yep.
Imperial vessel. We don't necessarily see what its capabilities are. It's just there in the background.
That's
But
why
it's
it's a B tier for me because you
Yeah.
don't see what it does.
That seems B tier too, because those dishes seems like they would break off like if it moved at all. Like those
Uh-huh.
Oh, we
doesn't
see that
seem-
thing get wrecked. dude.
Yeah, that seems like
And
an
Kevin thinks it's
accident
a C.
waiting to happen. It
Yeah.
doesn't seem very aerodynamic
Well,
at all.
Luthen did kind of take out the dish with his torpedoes pretty easily. Like
That
it's
thing's
pretty.
that thing's not a fighter, really.
It's definitely
It's
not
more
a
of a
fighter.
surveillance thing.
Yeah.
That's like a satellite,
Yeah.
just
I think
giving
since-
information out or something.
Since
That's-
it has
the
the
aesthetics,
original
though.
trilogy aesthetic, it automatically ranks higher on the list for me.
right.
I would say B, or
B.
maybe yeah. I'd
I
say
would put it a B myself. What about you, Elisha?
I don't know. I don't know that ship very well. I would give it a D.
Okay,
It's too
then
big.
go on it by
It's
design.
too big,
then.
and it
If-
looks
if-
too
yeah.
easy to take down and doesn't
Okay.
look aerodynamic or
Okay.
fast at all.
All right.
That doesn't look like a fast ship. It looks like
Okay.
it'd just be like floating there.
All right. So which level?
D. I give
D?
that a D.
D. Really? Okay. And Max?
I give it like a B just because I
Okay.
don't really see what it does. That's the
Okay.
only issue I
Exactly.
have with it.
I'm
Right,
sure it's
so-
good at what it does, but it did get wrecked by
Yeah.
by
So
his ship. But then
ultimately,
he
we
is
should
also probably a
technically
really good.
we should put
fighter.
it as a high C or a low B. So which way do we like? There's
So you
nothing
guys could put it on B. There was enough.
We'll
You
put
know.
B, yeah.
Bs.
We'll just have to remember it has to go to a low B at this point, and comparing with other stuff. So, all right, okay. Our next vehicle is from Rogue One, and it is the atmospheric TIE Fighter.
Oh, these were cool.
That's cool.
Pretty cool,
Yeah.
man.
I like the functionality of it too. I thought that them thinking about the
Yeah.
low atmosphere TIE fighters is just
Yeah,
I don't know. That's a great idea.
I like that concept, and
it's also just a
it,
cool design for a TIE
they
Fighter.
maintain the design language of the OG Tie Fighters,
Yeah,
and so it looks like it came off of the same like model line.
right.
And I think that's a hard thing to do. you know. And
Anchorman says an A.
I gotta give it props for
Okay.
doing that. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with Anchorman. I'd say that's A tier.
Yeah, I feel like it's an
I'll
A
put that
tier.
A tier. Yeah.
It's also from a movie I really like,
Yep.
which has a lot to do
Elijah?
with it too.
Yep.
A for you? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. We'll put that up there at an A tier. Okay, cool. All right. My personal classic
Anything
favorite.
anything from the originals again? We got
Uh-huh.
the A wing so far.
B-Wing, what do you
B
think,
Wing is
guys?
S tier for me.
Yeah.
It's from the
I
OG
agree.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It doesn't make
got-
sense.
When I love how they probably had a design first, and then they have to someone think about the functionality of it, and they just,
Yes,
the way
yes.
it tilts
Yeah.
is so
Yeah.
ridiculously crazy. That's
It
like,
is so cool. It
I
is
think
just
it was
awesome
picked
design.
because it looks great on screen. You know,
yeah,
it's a great silhouette that you could
Yeah.
easily recognizable,
Yeah.
which is a big criteria for what spaceship should be.
Yeah. Now,
and it's
Jason,
super fun to fly in video games.
and on top of it, Jason and Elijah, you never saw this, I don't think, in Star Wars Rebels when Hera flies a B-Wing fighter for the very first time as an experimental fighter. The weapon systems, when they actually fire, all four of them are laser beams that meet like the Death Star at a midpoint and then fire off a
okay.
super like
that's cool.
intense blast. So we never saw that in Return of the Jedi, but it actually is such a cool thing. So it
Oh
definitely
man,
it's definitely like massive firepower. It's designed to be firepower. So we all agree S tier, guys?
no, I don't know about S tier, maybe A tier,
A tier for Jason.
because you gotta consider what else.
I
is
would
out
say,
there,
yeah, I
guys.
would say A2. It's not. I would say
Okay.
A tier as well. It's not like
Alright.
top of the top of the top.
Okay.
It's not
So-
a Millennium Falcon, guys.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna
Alright,
rank that
okay.
with S tier
Okay.
stuff. You
Fair
gotta
enough, fair enough.
consider our criteria here.
It's actually
You
one
don't
of
want
my
to blow your
it's-
load.
out of all the designs, I put it at S only because I say out of all the designs, it is my favorite fighter of the Rebel fighter ships. But
It
let's
looks
put
the
it.
most expensive.
Yeah, exactly. So should we put it high A tier or low A tier, above or
Just
below?
regular A tier for
Yeah,
me.
just slap
but,
it in there.
but which one? Above or below the TIE?
Below that TIE fighter.
Oh, below the TIE fighter? You think the TIE fighter is cooler than the B-Wing?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. I'll go with that. I'll go with that for now. For now. Okay. We are going to do the next one. Count Dooku's solar sail ship. We see it at the end of Attack of the Clones. When he flies back to Coruscant, he escapes in it when he's fought Anakin and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Different ship in the Star Wars universe. It's a solar sailor.
I think that thing's ass, dude.
Yep. D.
I hate it as much as I hate his lightsaber.
Looks like
Really?
a
Wait, you hate
Yeah.
his lightsaber?
I don't like his lightsaber. That weird, like,
No,
it's like a
because
penis.
it's brilliant.
It's more penis than
based
anything else.
off of a
Yeah, whatever
God,
it's based
really?
on, it sucks, man. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
it's my opinion.
So
It
I'm
looks
kind
like-
of, I'm more C, but hang on. Sorry, what do you guys think?
It looks like those. It looks like those bug aliens from that episode.
That's like a D tier.
I'd say
D?
D too.
Yeah, that's
it just
D,
looks like one of
man.
those parachute
All
vans
right,
you throw up in
okay,
the air and
all
let
right,
it
we'll-
fall down.
I would hate that toy.
Yeah.
I've got a
not
little.
get
I've got a
that. I'm
little
sure
one
you
of the
do.
toy. Yeah. Yes. All right. We'll put it in D tier. All right. The next one, guys, is oops.
Classic TIE fighter, looks like.
Darth
No,
Vader's
Darth Vader.
TIE fighter.
S,
Yeah.
bro.
S tier for
S
sure.
tier.
Easily.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty self-explanatory
That
one.
toy, holy shit, man, that was the coolest thing.
Heck
And it's
yeah.
like a beefy TIE fighter.
Okay, so
And
this
it's
is a
Darth
first-
Vader's
it's-
first thing
yeah.
you see flying himself.
Yeah.
Got to be S tier.
Yep,
It's
All right.
embodies who he is as
Yeah.
a character.
completely. All right. My personal favorite, the Ghost. This is Hera's ship. We're going to see a live-action version of this ship in Ahsoka. We are hoping.
The cockpit looks like a World War II airplane.
I love the
bomber,
design of
huh?
this ship. It's actually larger than the Millennium Falcon in the sense of bulk and size.
Doesn't make it better though.
Oh, it makes it better. It's a
No,
cool ship.
Nah, man, that thing looks.
No,
I know you
no,
like it,
no.
but I don't like the look of it. Honestly.
No,
I mean-
S is for me.
Okay.
Max?
It's so hard because I know what it could do as a
Uh-huh.
ship,
Yes.
So it's like a high A for me, but I just never loved the
shows
look.
it shows up in was it
Rise of
Rise of
Skywalker.
Skywalker?
We do see it
You
live
see it
action,
in the
and we see it,
background of
and we
Rogue
see it.
One.
Rogue One, yes, we seen it in live
Still
action
doesn't
before.
still doesn't help it for me though. Like I just don't like the
Yeah.
design from it. I think it's
It's
ugly.
about who pilots the ship. I love Hera's character. I love the fact that
Yeah,
This
Hera's
is- this
cool.
is-
It isn't her. You know?
This-
She
that's
has a
different
character is great.
conversation.
But
see, for me, this ship.
her flying the
I-
ship doesn't help for me. It's still
Yeah,
looks
it's the
ugly.
ship. We're talking about the vehicle. Not
Yeah,
who's
but
driving.
yeah, but I've seen it. Like Max, we've seen it maneuver. We've seen how Hera.
I know
I've
that's
seen
the
it
thing,
maneuver
though.
too.
That's
I've
why it's,
seen
that's why it's like a
that.
high A, but not.
That's why it's not a D for
Really?
me.
Ah, God. Okay, so wait on. I'm an S. Elijah, you're a what?
B.
B. Okay, Max.
I'm like an A, like it's like a high A.
Okay, all right. And Jason,
I'm a C.
you're a
Ooh.
C.
I think that equals to a B.
It equals to a. I'm gonna put it at a high B. Man, that's breaking
Sorry,
my.
Brent. I'm sorry.
This is
I just
breaking
it
my
just
heart.
doesn't look cool,
Oh,
man.
I'm going to take a page out of the All New Nerds book, by the way. At the end of what we've done, we're going to move one of these to a different place. If there's one ship, I forgot about this. This is something I should have said at the beginning. If there's one vehicle, you can either move it up or down on that
You're
list.
gonna move that one up.
Well, no, yeah, I probably will.
I'll
yes.
move it back
There's-
down.
No, well, that's
Yeah,
the
I'll
thing.
move it back down, too,
It
if
can only,
you do that.
it can only, no,
I'll move
but
it to
it,
the
but
bottom.
no, but it can only be moved once. Is the thing? This is the
Okay.
way that, yeah. So you cannot countermand another person's thing. And this is
I'm gonna
just-
move it down.
Yeah. And
Then
you
my
can check with
first
All
thought,
New
I'm
Nerds
gonna
to
be
see.
petty.
I forgot
It's
to actually add
easier.
that in, but that is actually what All New Nerds do too. And whenever they have a guest in, they actually will pull in. Anyway, but in this case, I just want to be able to get just curious of the thing. So we said a high B is ultimately where. Oops, wrong place. It ends up in a high B position. Okay. Alrighty. Wow, that was controversially sucky. That was probably the most range that we've had so far on choices. So, all right.
Yeah, that's true.
GR,
Only 'cause you liked it.
75 medium transport. We see this in The Empire Strikes Back. First off,
The
we
picture
see it.
you chose for this?
Well,
This is like
yeah.
There's a couple different versions of that ship. Isn't there a bubblier, like a more roundish bubblier
She's
one?
like a PlayStation version of it, dude.
yeah, the PlayStation version is like a D tier.
I was trying to look for a clean image because I wasn't sure whether I was going to be able to pull the images on the side, so I decided to actually put. Yeah, see, Anchorman agrees with me. It's S for the ghost. See, but anyway, he's all right.
Still hasn't changed my mind, man.
I know. Okay, so let's talk about the GR75 medium transport. It's not
Shows
pretty.
a better picture, Brent.
They blow up
Does not
easily,
do
and
just-
they don't
Not
survive
do
very well.
justice. I mean, it's original, so
It's original, but it doesn't make it good.
that prevents it from being a D for me.
Mhm.
You know, I called it the roly poly when I was a kid.
Really,
Yeah, that's kind of like a roly poly.
I mean,
Me and
I
my
thought
brother and my cousins called it. We were like, "Oh, the roly poly ships."
I
They're
had the
only good for
toy
blowing up.
when I was a kid. They really do. They crash very easily into Star Destroyers. It seems.
Well, I think they're not fighters, though. You know, it's like,
Oh,
it's
no.
like a cruise ship
That-
taking it to war. You know,
Yeah, I mean, if you look, it's this cargo ship. They hold a lot of cargo
Yeah.
underneath it and everything. So Anyway, what do you think, guys? As ships go, what's your
It's like a
class?
C tier, maybe a D.
yeah.
Okay.
See,
It's a D for me, but Elijah.
I go with C. I mean, I kind of get the ship. I mean,
Okay.
it seems like the practicality of that ship makes
Alright.
sense. So I'd give it a C because it's like a freight ship where it's
Okay.
like shipping cargo and
So
stuff that you need. So I could see that being like
it was
important.
designed by like the original trilogy
Yeah.
guys. Prevents
Yeah.
it from being a D to me.
yeah. All right. So
I
I'm
like how
D,
it's
so-
different from it's rounded. I like
Yeah,
how it's
yeah.
different from most ships,
So-
and it's
Innovative shape.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
where do we think it should live? It lives on the low end to the medium end. So do we put it below?
I think it's
or
better
above?
than an A wing.
You think it's better than A-wing?
Yeah,
I think it's
like
better. Actually, no, I like the
I
A-Wing.
don't.
Yeah, I
Elijah,
do
better
like the
than.
A-Wing.
Which I would say lower than A wing. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay, we'll put it in the middle then. Yeah, it'll go between these two then. Okay. All right. The next one is the Halcyon Star Cruiser.
The Halcyon.
Halcyon. Sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
This is the
overpriced
one.
hotel.
This is the hotel. Yeah, it exists as a ship in the at least in the
This is an
books.
automatic D.
Huh?
This
Yeah,
is an automatic D for
Yeah.
the marketing has been trash.
Cheap
The
ass
comic books have
cash
been
grab.
trash. The hotel looks trash. This is a D. This is
they
it's
need a
an
big
automatic
print
D.
of Mickey Mouse on the side, like Mickey Mouse cruise ship or whatever.
The whole
like the-
point of it makes it
Yeah.
a D. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I kind of
Malloy
agree.
looks slick.
Okay. D. Are we going to do it below or above the Dooku ship?
Malloy.
Below or above Dooku's Count Dooku's ship?
Below. This is like I think this is
lowest?
the lowest Star Wars has been.
Really?
It's just a cheap hotel that's
Right.
crazily overpriced.
Like if we're looking at aesthetics, I
yeah,
think it's
okay,
all right.
fair
But
enough,
like
fair enough.
the what it embodies, you know, the spirit of it, what it embodies for the Star Wars universe, it's gross.
Malloy, we are
Yeah.
grading these on our thought of what we personally like about the ship, whether it's aesthetically pleasing, whether it's actually functional as a ship, and how functional it is if we know how it works, and
Honest and our personal
and
opinion.
design,
Yeah,
our
it's a
personal
personal
opinion
bias
and design.
mostly.
Yeah. So
That's what
so
most
we
media
had-
would buy.
yeah, so that's more or less what we're doing.
All
Okay.
the other stuff you could use to argue it, but like
Yeah,
at the end of the
yeah.
day, is personal bias.
It is
Oh,
to a certain degree.
100%.
To a certain degree. But all right, our next ship is the Hammerhead Attack class. We see these in Rogue One. We also see them in Star Wars Rebels.
getting destroyed.
There were no. It's not
Oh,
getting
it's
destroyed.
crashing
It's
into the-
it's crashing it. It's the one that hits the Star Destroyer.
Oh,
and
hammers into it,
pushes
okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's got like a super hard carbon thing. It's
tugboat.
designed. Yeah, it's designed as a more or less tugboat kind of thing. I love these ships. Levi Bond, how's it going there?
Yeah, we hate it.
They hated it. I didn't. I wanted it higher. I put it at a B. I know.
I'll know what
Levi. I know.
You guys are rating by
I know. You're gonna, Levi. At the end of this day, you're gonna have to like tune in on this one because
This
because
one,
my guys
there's some
are
hot
not
takes.
respectful. My
The
guys are
ship-
not respectful.
the ship that you're showing right now is
Yes, correct.
equivalent to the mustache on that X-wing fighter. Like they managed
What?
to capture the same aesthetic as something that existed, but bring it in
Well, this is
and
part of.
make a new version of it, but still
Uh-huh.
look like it comes from that place. You know, that's why I
Right,
compare it to the guy's mustache.
Okay,
He's
but
got that 70s look,
give
but
us.
it's a brand new version of it.
Okay,
You know what
all
I
right.
mean?
So, where do you think it belongs, Elijah?
I like it. I'm saying like a high B for me.
Yeah, I'm a high B for me. Elijah.
I
Yeah.
can go with a B. I was gonna say high C or in a C or something, but
Okay.
a B works.
All right. And Max,
I could put it the same.
high
I'd be.
B. Above or below the Ghost?
Above.
No.
Above. Definitely above.
Oh, I hate you all. I hate you all. You guys suck. You guys suck.
The Ghost
you really,
sucks,
really.
apparently.
No, the Ghost does not suck. I love
Majority
the Ghost.
rules, Brent. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
Brent. I wish I could like it as much as you do, but I just don't.
Oh God.
I gotta be honest with myself.
Let's wait till Ahsoka comes out, and if we see this thing in action and it like blows the shit out of
If you
everything,
can make that look better to me,
I'm hoping we see
Okay,
this ship
I'm
in
down,
Ahsoka
dude.
live action because we'll find out later this year.
if you can make it look better.
Yeah, exactly.
hold on,
Yeah.
maneuver.
See, the Ghost for me is a S for me, Levi.
I'm sorry,
It's
guys.
my
I
S.
wish I liked it as
I
much
was-
as you.
I was
but I just
outvoted
don't.
by the height. Okay, guys. All right. So we are going on to the next ship. Hang on, where are we at? And we have got the Bad Batch's Havoc Marauder. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a clean ship of it. But the Havoc Marauder, we've seen it in the Bad Batch. It is.
This is like
It's,
an A, maybe S.
I
pretty
like
cool.
it. Yeah.
I think it's the design of it is
Fierce.
so sleek. It's one of those ships that just looks intimidating.
Yeah.
I'm
I
okay
agree.
with it being a low
My
A.
bad.
I'm okay with that.
A low A
A.
is pretty cool because it looks like Vader's
Imperial
Cruiser
shuttle almost.
or shoot
kind of.
shuttle. Yeah.
It's got some great maneuverability too. I mean, Tech drives it and flies this thing, and it's actually got some really sharp moves. So low A, you said?
Yeah, for me.
Okay. Low or mid? I'd put it mid personally.
I'd say low.
I'd say low.
below
Yeah.
the B wing. Oh,
Yeah.
God, wow, you guys are just downers. I swear.
Brent's got
All right.
no D choices.
Yeah, I guess next time we'll do lightsabers. All right.
Count Dooku's D, bro. I'm gonna
Next
say it
one,
already.
the Imperial Star Destroyer. That's an instant A for me.
Oh, dude, that's S tier, bro.
S tier, yeah,
S tier.
S tier for sure.
S tier. Super
Yeah.
classic
Yeah,
design.
okay.
It's
All
lasted
right.
the test of time.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you get
I guess
the
it
opening
has.
of Star Wars. I mean, it's like it's like the ship
All right.
that
It's
the most
simple, but it's
intimidating.
also not. It became iconic because it's
Okay.
not over designed.
Well,
it's just the right
I
amount
was-
of
It's
parts.
original, man.
Okay.
It's one of the first ships you see in
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole entire saga.
Right. So okay, I'm
Like
going.
it introduced us to the massive scale of
I know.
what is possible in these
All right.
these
So
movies.
I said A. You guys all said S. I think it
Yeah.
should be at least low S, or do you think it goes above?
Below, not better than Vader's TIE
Vader's
Fighter.
TIE Fighter. Okay.
Yeah, probably
all right.
like right below it.
All right. Okay. Cool. Alrighty. Next one. The Inquisitors TIE Fighters from Star Wars Rebels. We see. These have got curved wings. I
Yeah,
personally
that's
love
the
the
only
design.
difference.
What's that?
The curved wings is the only difference.
Correct.
I mean, it's cool, but what do the curved wings do? I don't think we have ever
Yeah,
got
you're
into
right.
it.
Actually, they were the
Yeah.
first ones that folded up like Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter, because they landed where they actually folded up.
Oh, okay, but how does
yeah.
that help? It's just a different design.
It looked cool because we saw it before Moff Gideon's TIE Fighter, and I thought that was the coolest thing to see these wings actually kind of close in. That was my opinion.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's like definitely at least a B.
Yeah, I would put it low A.
I'd say C. It's just a watered down version of a regular TIE Fighter, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would
That's
give it a
the
C
thing,
too.
yeah.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
so
It's like you got a TIE Fighter, you threw it in a rock
Wow.
tumbler.
Wow,
Yeah.
personal favorites. You guys are just like
It's like
beating up.
the style of a Honda
Okay.
Civic that you don't like.
Okay.
It's a good it's a
So-
good car, but like it's a bad model.
All right.
Yeah,
so,
it's like when like the Mitsubishi Eclipse like changed.
Yeah.
Like
So between this, I think it makes it like a high C or a low B. Which one does it?
below the A wing for me.
No, it can't be
Yeah.
that low because with
Yeah.
who voted C? Who voted B?
I think I did, right?
Yeah, you said B, so it's got to be in a. It has
I don't
to be
think
in
it's
a high
better
C.
than any original trilogy.
Yeah, but because
vehicle.
it's 2 against 2, it means it has to sit in the high level. You can't just vote it.
I'm just saying,
yeah. But it exists about in the high C at that point then, because of that purpose. I'm just saying. I'm just stating a fact. All right. Both what? Oh, okay.
Oh, he's talking about
okay.
Batman or
Oh,
Spider-Man.
it's about Batman. Okay, fair enough. Alrighty. The Edicta-class Star Destroyer. These form a gravity
Just a
well.
Star Destroyer with titties.
No. It's not. These form a gravity well.
Yeah,
that
it is.
can
Look
pull a
at it.
ship out of a
I mean,
hyperspace.
in terms of Spaceballs, it's a 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Faithful.
if we were rating by Spaceball standards.
Right. So for the two of you that don't know, basically this forms a gravity well that actually pulls a ship out of hyperspace, and within a field of its presence, which I think is a cool concept. I like it personally, but
It's too big for a ship that does something like that, and like it's a huge
All right,
ship.
okay.
Like they gotta have a crew on that thing, and like that's
pulling
a
off
whole
some
thing.
not great images there. Thanks, Levi.
Yeah,
I got my
Brent's
fact checker. I got my
struggling.
fact check. I have my fact checker, Levi. In
Brent doesn't have
chat
the
right
best
now, so-
images in this.
Yeah, I know. I was. Come on. I was doing this late last night. I was pulling.
You
around
always have an
stuff, so-
excuse. Come on.
Ah,
No
I
excuse.
was. Whatever. Okay. So anyway,
Called the
being the
internet.
case-
Everything's on there, bro. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
hard
yeah,
to
yes,
Google.
Yes, but trying to find a decent image that's if you take something directly as a snapshot.
All right, where are
the
you rating
snapshot's
this?
not good. I would say a mid B for me.
I'm gonna agree
I'll
with
say
you
a
because it's
C.
got some titties.
I'm gonna say a C because it just doesn't look. It doesn't. It's there's not much to it. Like someone.
Yeah, those are
pops
C
in-
cups though.
It's yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
it looked like a C. Not
Okay.
not a lot of design work put into that. They like
I mean,
took
I
an
agree
old
with-
model and they just
I
put
agree
some
with
round
the-
pieces on it.
I agree with
Maxwell,
Elijah
what were
because
you
it
at?
has C
I
cups.
just think this is like exactly what Mel Brooks made fun of. He
Yeah.
Okay,
said it,
all right,
he
so-
said
so
Spaceballs.
So which level? Which point?
It's like a C, like,
Alright,
just
so-
because it's just
I put it
doesn't.
at the bottom
So-
of the C.
Okay,
Malloy.
I'm gonna- All right. Okay. Right. Fine. Okay.
All right, Zod.
Fine. Oh my goodness. Well. Yeah. I know, Levi. I know. There's fine differences. Yeah. Okay. Levi's my fact checker when it
Everyone's
comes to every
dying.
time when I make a mistake, Levi's there to correct it. All right, guys, we're gonna go with the Jedi Starfighters. I basically put both Obi-Wans and Anakin's in in the same
That's a
theme with
good,
the same
good,
design.
good picture, Brent. Right above Coruscant too.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. We see them when the beginning of Revenge of the Sith.
I
they
like
fly
these
in.
things.
I like
they
them.
might be
It's
S
a-
tier just because I
a-
remember loving them so much as a kid.
Yeah, it's a blend between like the Rebel ships and TIE fighter. You could see how TIE fighters are starting to evolve from these.
Correct. Yeah.
And it's the perfect blend if you're to throw like say any Rebel ship into like a TIE fighter mashed together.
Right.
I like the asymmetry of where the astromechs sit.
Yeah. I mean, I'd put it at a low S tier. I love the design of these.
Yeah, low S tier for me. Elijah?
B. I don't
Really?
think it's an A. I don't think it's an S. I think it's a B.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. But
All
you know,
right.
I'm the odd man out, so whatever.
Oh
It's
man,
A.
did that,
Okay.
that make it fall in the
Well,
height?
that pulls us down to a high A at least. So. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
R4, dude.
Okay. All right.
R4 gets messed up.
Okay. Alrighty. Fair enough. All right.
What are
so,
those little droids that take them apart? What are they called?
Huh?
The little droids that attack those things?
The buzz droids.
No, buzz droids.
Yeah.
Elijah, what?
yeah.
Elijah's
Anything
in Barstool
prequel-wise,
too.
Elijah's gonna tear it apart.
It's not bad.
It's a
It's just not. I mean, whatever. It's a cool ship, but also
It's
you know.
not from the original
All right.
trilogy.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got here Kylo Ren's Epsilon class shuttle, and yeah, this is from the Last Jedi, I believe, from memory. What do you think, guys? Where does it live on the sense?
I like the aesthetics. It's got that blocky aesthetics. Like it was
Okay.
what I like about the newer stuff is that they designed them as if they were models being built. You know, they
Yeah.
still have all like the intricate
Right.
panels and
Okay.
stuff like that. So that
Yeah.
that ranks it automatically higher on the list for me.
Okay. All right. I mean, I was never a huge fan of Kylo Ren's ship. I just didn't do it for me, personally.
It's a descendant of the Imperial shuttle.
No, it is a
The way
descendant
I
of the
see
shuttle
it,
for sure.
and I
Yeah.
think it's a great step forward if they were
See-
to continue that line.
No, I think
It
it's
is
a step
obviously-
backwards. I
Well,
love the
no, I'm
middle.
not saying
I miss the middle wing.
No,
miss-
I like. No, I'm not saying it's better than it, but it
Right,
makes
right.
sense as far as the evolution of that model.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And
For
so
me,
I'm
it's still a B though. I'm mid.
Yeah, I'd say a B too.
Yeah, I could place it at a B. It's about right for
Because
it.
it doesn't stand out that much, but I still
Yeah.
don't hate it. You know.
Right. Elijah.
Yeah, I give it a B. You know, it looks like a boomerang and doesn't look very strong to me.
Yeah.
It looks like those wings could break off. Like it doesn't seem
All
well
right.
supported, I guess.
So which B? Whereabouts on the B list then?
So above the ghost.
No, you're doing this on purpose now.
No, I don't like the ghost. I'm sorry, Brent.
I know, but I do like it, so that counter demands it. I'm gonna wait, Elijah and Max. What do you say? Above or below the ghost?
It's so hard. I mean,
I would say below
It's not
the
that
ghost.
hard, Max. You know Rebels. You love
Below.
Rebels.
I know, but it's gotta go above the ghost.
No, don't you? You're kidding me. Oh my god.
Only because
You
when you
guys
see it
suck.
at Disney, it looks pretty cool.
It's not the same ship.
It looks close enough though.
Totally different ship. Alrighty. Okay. So now we're gonna go to the Lambda class Imperial shuttle.
This one's just fun to say, so it's definitely an S class for me.
S
Yeah,
for me.
S tier
for
for me.
sure.
for
It's one of the
sure.
coolest ships in the
One of my favorite
It
ships.
is. Yeah, it is one of my favorite. S tier for sure. I agree. That was a simple one. We got that. I'm gonna put it above Vader's. What, high S? Because I think it's above Vader's.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
put it above
I
Vader's.
agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
I agree. Yeah, totally. No, for
We
sure.
finally agree with
That's still
something.
kind of Vader's ship,
Uh-huh.
right? He arrives on it, and like it's still not his. He's not flying it, but it's his.
Well,
transport, so-
yeah. I mean, there are different kinds of shuttles.
It's his
Imperial
luxury
shuttles, but-
piece,
It's
you know.
his
It's not his
particular one that
racer.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So
It has
The
a
next one,
cocktail machine in it.
we're
it's
gonna
got
go for
ice
what?
bucket.
Okay, guys. The next one is Luthen's ship from Rogue One.
The
Sorry,
inside
sorry,
cooler
from
than the
Andor. It's from
outside.
Andor. The Fondor Horcraft, I think it's called. Fondor. It's called. It hasn't actually got a name that I'm aware of. Levi, do we know
It's
there's
pretty
a name
sick.
for that? I don't think, except for it's just the class of ship is.
It's like a freighter TIE fighter, you know.
I love the design of this ship. I love everything about
They
this
captured
ship.
the aesthetics perfectly for a new
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'd
mean,
say
it's
it's
an
an
S
A.
class because the interior is. I would
Yeah.
actually
it's
probably
luxury.
because
Yeah.
the
I'd put
interior
it.
was so much cooler than the exterior.
mean, it's got-
That was cool.
I'd put
It's
it
got the
low S for me.
lasers.
See,
Yeah.
Levi's got an S. See, he agrees with me. Malloy is a B. Okay, all right.
I give it an A.
A.
You give it an A.
Yeah.
So hang on. What is that for?
It still needs to earn. It still needs to win my heart.
It needs
you know?
a win.
All right. So hang on a
Go
second.
It's still
so,
high, dude. That's still good.
So hang on. Wait. Do high A is it?
Yeah, I'd say above those guys. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Since you want it at S, so it'd be like.
Yeah, it's probably up there. It's high A. Okay. All right. Okay. Moff Gideon's lightweight cruiser. See, that's what
like an arrowhead.
Yeah, that's a thing. It looks like Arrowhead. I'm sure that's what it was modeled off of.
It's a
I
B
like
for
its
me.
design. Yeah, it's a B for me.
I like how the panel work is great.
Yeah.
It's got that chunky clunkiness.
They built this as a miniature model too for Mandalorian.
That automatically ranks it higher
Yeah,
for me.
that's yeah.
If it's built in real life,
Yeah.
that ranks.
Yeah.
That's a high rank
Fair-
for me. You know,
fair
it has a
enough,
lot to
fair
do with
enough.
the
Okay.
Star Wars
Fair enough.
aesthetics for me.
So high B, mid B,
Yeah,
High B.
like
I'll put it at high B.
Yeah.
high B. Okay, all right. High B. Above the hammerhead or below it?
Below the hammerhead.
Below it.
I like the fact that hammerhead we get to see it fight. You know,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
crashes into things.
It does some cool shit. Yeah, I agree. All right. Our Mon Calamari cruiser.
Oh, I love the
That one I like.
The
That's an S tier for me.
M8, whatever it is. It looks so great.
And how
I
big
know.
it
Every
is.
time I find an image, though, Levi, I find the wrong image. That's why I pulled it, because I knew it was directly. That's the problem, though. Is like you pull images directly from snapshots, and they look blurry and not clean. So anyway, sorry guys. What did you say?
I call it S tier.
S?
Yeah, it's
Ooh,
the original
really?
trilogy, man.
Yeah.
See, I would go
Automatically
A. I mean, I'd go A because I've never liked the design of the look. Of
I like it because it's so different from the other ships, and
Yeah.
like that. Like
Okay.
as a model builder, that looks fun to build
yeah.
and like
yeah.
paint and like touch
Yeah,
up and all that.
paint wise,
panel
yeah,
work and stuff.
I just never liked it as a. It was no up and down. To the ship for me. It was like, oh, Malloy's got a. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so I'm more. Well, hang on, what did I say? Crap, I said A. Wait, sorry, what did you guys say? Did you guys
Oh, I'm
say
saying S.
tier.
S? Yeah, that's it. I was.
So it's probably like a
I'll put it
high
at
A.
A.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's probably more of a. If you guys are all S, then it's probably low S.
Yeah.
Okay. Low S puts it in between that. Okay. Alrighty. My personal design favorite, the Naboo fighter. N1 Starfighter.
I
love
think this
this
is
shit.
S class for me.
This is
easy.
S for me. Yeah, this is like medium S for me. High S, actually. Elijah? No,
I don't know.
Elijah, don't
I
do
don't
this.
know.
Don't
That's a
do
B.
this.
That's a B for me.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I don't know. It just looks too
No. What?
too sleek. The cockpit is too small. Like, what are you using the ship for? It's like, is it all
But we
engine?
made
Like,
this. Actually, I didn't put the Mandalorian one in. Come on. Okay, it
Oh, the
converts
paintless
nicely to
one?
the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
It's-
Since it, you know, the only thing that really helps it for me is that it does appear in the Mandalorian again.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say like A tier.
A. Okay, so you're B, Elijah. Jason's A, and Max and I are S. So
It's a high A, huh?
It's a high A.
Or a
Yeah.
mid A because of Elijah's.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say it was, Elijah?
It's going to go to mid to
it just
high.
looks like
So
that giant. I don't know. It's a hot rod with. It's all
No,
engine.
you're ranking.
that's the idea of it. Yeah. He was a B.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
So-
like mid A, I guess.
We're going to be mid to high. So where do we want
Okay.
to put it, guys?
I guess I like it better than the Anakin and Kenobi's.
Okay. All right. But not as good as Luthen's? Okay.
Nah.
Okay.
That doesn't have the panel work, of what I
Okay,
consider as
alright,
the Star
okay.
Wars aesthetic.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's aerodynamic, that's
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree. I completely agree. It screams Star Wars. I love the Naboo. Yeah.
For you, it does.
Yeah.
Not
See,
for me.
Yeah,
Levi's,
that doesn't
Levi's an
scream
S.
Star
See,
Wars.
I was an S, but you guys are just wow. Okay, wow. This
What?
is
You
wow.
want our opinions or what?
Oh, absolutely.
like-
I know. I do. Okay.
You brought this onto yourself, Brent.
I know.
Nebulon B. We see this as the medical frigate in The Empire Strikes Back. I've always loved this design. This is S tier for me.
Yeah,
I love this
it's-
ship.
As a model builder too.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
that's a
love
cool one.
that.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. I mean, functionality, it probably gets broken up really easily, but I'd say, I'm going to put it at low S tier. Where are you guys at with this?
I'm fine with that being a low S tier.
Whatever.
On the S
Just as
tier
long as
list.
it's an S tier list, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Low S tier.
Yeah.
All right. Above. I'm gonna put it. I've got to put it above the Mon Calamari cruiser though, because
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
okay.
fair. I mean,
I think
yeah.
I think it's a prettier designed ship than the Mon Calamari cruiser. All right, guys. We're going back to the prequels with Obi-Wan Kenobi's Jedi Starfighter from Attack of the Clones.
Probably a high A for me.
It's a low A for me. Elijah?
What is that?
Either a low A or a high B.
Okay, all
A
right.
low- I can live with a low A,
Okay.
although it's still like a racing ship for me.
Are you guys going S for the Jedi Starfighter? Okay, all right. So your high, your
A low
low
A.
B-
I'll give it a low.
low A. All right. Okay, Max.
I give it an A. I don't really know low or high. I'd probably just give it. I don't know.
What is that from?
Do
What
you
was
for-
that one?
Huh?
Obi-Wan ship.
Obi-Wan's ship
Wow.
from Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, I'd say a B for me.
Would
It's kind of
okay.
boring.
So that puts it
Yeah,
at
a
a
little boring.
low A then. Okay, a low A. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here then. Low A was I personally like having more order a lot more. All right, cool. Okay, that's that one there. Okay, the next one is the Outland TIE Fighter. We see this Moff Gideon comes flying in Mandalorian.
This one was cool.
It is
Yeah,
really
pretty
cool.
badass.
It
That
is
was cool.
sweet.
I liked how that landed. and
Yeah,
how that
it's
worked.
cool. Yeah.
Looks
Like
See-
they made a scale model for it.
Huh?
That looks so real.
They
picture, right?
made the the interior, the actual cockpit itself, but they didn't. I think the wings were all CG'd.
I like
don't
that. I
know
like
if they made a
that's a
miniature or
S for
not.
me, bro.
Yeah, it's an S for me. I agree. Okay, let's put this here. So we're gonna put it S. Where do we put it amongst TIE fighters?
Above.
It's above the Imperial cruisers,
Yeah, above the Imperial
Above?
cruiser.
Okay, all right,
right
but not
below
as good as-
Vader's.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. All right, we're going very, very.
I think it's
Imperial
better than
heavy.
Vader's, dude.
No. It's fascinating that we've actually got this. No. I it's interesting that we've got a very Imperial heavy.
They got
Yeah,
more shit. They got
because-
more
S tier
shit.
there
Because
going
their
on.
got-
stuff
got
is
more
like
money.
nice, dude.
Yeah.
That shit's nice.
Yep. All right, we have got next is the Outrider. This actually appeared first in the novels. I believe it was, or the comics.
It's just a Falcon wannabe, dude.
It's a
That's a
stocklight
big yikes
freighter.
for me, bro.
It's different. We see it actually in Rebels at one point. We have seen it live action flying out of the special edition of Star Wars: A New Hope. It flies off the planet.
I think
as
at this
a
point
background
they've
piece.
all appeared on the live action because of that
Fish-
one scene in Rise of Skywalker.
somewhere. What do you
you know
guys
it's
thoughts
in
on?
that crowd. I don't
probably
know.
is,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
I have no opinion on that, really.
Okay, I mean it's C for me.
Yeah, I'd agree with you.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
like easily.
And
a C.
that's
Those
me
are
being-
Watchmen.
and that's me being
Generous.
charitable, you know.
Yeah, I would give it
Uh-huh.
a D
You're
almost. just
sporty,
because it's
quiet.
basic.
You can DC
What
fast
just
charge
happened
at thousands of chargers nationwide.
Wait, just what happened?
Or overnight in my garage.
The
I
hell
love
is
that about
Ad?
you.
I
Is that a
think-
commercial?
Might be a commercial. What happened?
It's
Yeah.
the on the
You have ad
whatever
breaks?
site that you're using.
Brent?
Huh?
You
It's
had
on the
ad
site that
breaks?
he's using to do the
It shouldn't.
countdown.
No, I might have hit.
Oh, it's on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Brent's
on the
got ad breaks now.
No.
Damn.
All right,
Well,
so going back to it, we
C.
think what low C, mid C,
I go D. Just it's not that
Okay.
great.
Yeah, low
Kind of low.
C then.
low,
Or design.
about behind the. Okay, behind that one. All right. Okay. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat notes and stuff. All right. Next one is Radiant 7. This we see at the beginning of episode 1, the Phantom Menace. It's the ship that gets destroyed in the Trade Federation cruiser. What do you think, guys?
This one's like a B.
A B? Really? That high?
It's cool, but
It's a C.
I don't know.
Really.
I give it a C too.
I guess I'll bump down. I can bump it down to a C.
A C? Okay. All right. We're going to put that to a C. Whereabouts in the C list, guys? Below an A-wing, at least?
Yeah, I think that's about fair.
Yeah.
I'm
Elijah?
okay with that. Yeah,
Okay.
whatever. Somewhere in
Okay,
the C's.
Okay.
Basic.
Alrighty. Okay. The Razor Crest.
Oh,
That looks like a
I
slot
swear, I never
machine from
thought it was that
Cantobite.
cool.
As designs go, it is a bit chunky, isn't it?
No, like I said, it looks like a slot machine from Cantobite.
yeah.
But you consider the fact it's got its own carbon freezing chamber in there. It's got
It's got cool amenities, but it's kind of like Luthen's ship, where the inside's kind of cooler than the outside. But Luthen's inside is so much cooler.
It's very
like
close
it.
to Lone
Malloy
Star's
loves this one.
Winnebago from.
Yeah.
It is a Winnebago, isn't it?
I like
Yeah,
it. I
I
want to
like
give it an S tier, but I'll give it an A tier.
Really, I'd go high B personally, but that's just me.
Yeah, I like the fact that there's a real model that exists of it too. It's,
Right.
It has a lot to do for
Okay.
me. I think it's a low S for me.
Low
I put
S.
it at like a B or a C.
Okay.
That puts it in an A.
That puts us in an A. So where do we want it to live in the A, guys?
Mid A.
Mid A?
Right in the middle.
Yeah, right there.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That works there. Okay. Okay.
It looks like something you could live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that looks like
It is a chunk.
yeah.
Like it is a good ship to be like just
Mhm.
living out of. Yeah, he's got that cramped ass like.
All right, guys.
Coop.
The X
We don't even need to ask about this one. That's S tier for sure.
It's
Ass
S.
picture, Brent.
But-
Come on, dude.
What?
Picture
S tier.
sucks. S tier for sure.
For sure.
I just wish you got a better picture of it. I don't know where you got
Decent
this. like-
scale is if a model
Yeah.
exists above A. yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. All right. So S tier. Whereabouts on the S tier do we think
S
we
tier.
want to put this guy? Yeah.
Top
right
of
below
it.
Vader's. Right below Vader's Tie
Yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep,
I'd put it.
yep.
No, I'd put it
I would
lower
put
than
it.
that.
I put it a little higher.
Really? Okay, so that puts it about the middle. So I guess we're gonna.
I mean,
put it-
it's kind of neck and neck with those
Yeah,
two.
it's better
kind
than
of,
Bomb thing, dude. Come on.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The
All right.
X-Wing,
that's,
bro.
that's where it lives. I guess it's where it lives. Okay. All right. Here we are. We're going back to the prequels again. The Republic attack cruisers, early versions of the Star Destroyer. I love these ships. I think they're kind of a cool cruiser. They're
Go
kind of
to
like
Star
high A
Destroyer
for me.
Better.
These are high A for me.
C for me, dog.
C?
C. That's a C. It's like the Halcyon to me.
What?
It's like not that cool.
What?
Yeah.
No way.
Like a
These are
cheaper
cool
version
ships.
of the Imperial.
I mean, yeah, it looks. I hate the wings in the back.
Matt,
and
you've
make it
seen
look
the
like a
Clone Wars.
spaceship.
You of all people know what they are like in the Clone Wars. Come on.
Yeah, let's put
Really?
it a D.
Really?
It's more fun
Wait,
watching
wait,
Brent
Max,
get
you
worked
just-
up on our
did
choices.
you, did you just say a D?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
let's
made
put it
it.
D.
You made it sink because you pleaded with him too much, man.
He's like, fine, D.
I just don't like the wings at the back. It
don't
makes it
like
look like a
them.
weird spaceship drawing that a
Hey,
kid came
Dylan,
up
how's it
with.
going?
I'm being charitable too by saying C.
What?
I'm sorry, Brent. You're asking.
All right, so
You're answering.
I'm a B, and how
I
many
think he's
C's?
going to D. I think he needs to go to D. We only have 2 in D,
D.
and
Yeah, if I have to say something, it has to go in D. I think it's that one.
it's just too easy
feels like
of a
it's more high
design. Too easy of a design.
C.
and
It feels
too
like-
too suggestive of other ships.
It's tough love, man. It's tough love for the Star Wars series.
It technically should be a low C. Technically, it should be a low C at that point.
Yeah, but put it at a high D
Very
then.
bottom.
Huh?
High
Very
D
bottom of
then.
Ds.
Because we got like
What?
a bunch of us saying D.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah.
a high
Put it
D.
at the top of the
Where it's
D.
got to sit, man.
ID? Ugh.
It's barely passing.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, wow, you
Barely
guys
passing
are
grade.
brutal. you guys are fucking brutal. I
This is
swear.
what you have to be. We're grading.
Oh God!
Sorry,
I'm
Brent,
sure.
but you got ass taste, bro.
Okay, the Royal Naboo Starship.
All right, you know what?
You
I
know what
like
else,
that
Stasha?
one.
I don't like this one.
I
Oh
like
no!
it.
Of course you don't, Elijah. It's prequel technology.
I'm so
Adam-
back and forth on it.
It don't
Adam
fit.
Savage worked on the model. It exists.
Okay,
They
all
had,
right.
they had to put Mylar on it like crazy,
Where-
man. Just building that thing.
Where
in real
does it
life.
live for you, Elijah?
Either a high C or a low B.
Okay. Max.
Yeah, like a high C, low B.
Okay. Jason.
A.
A. Okay, and I'm gonna say a high B. So it's gonna live around about
Mid B.
What, Brent?
mid to high B.
High B? That's so low. This thing's awesome.
Where do we put it, guys? It's gonna be mid to high B. So here or here is
Probably in the
where it-
middle.
In the middle here, about here. So below Moff Gideon's cruiser.
That would get really hot on Tatooine too. Like if it was just sitting there in
Oh
the sun,
yeah.
it'd be
For
you'd
sure.
burn your hand off
Yeah,
trying to
it would
get.
suck. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, imagine touching
Oh, but it
that
would
thing.
stay cool inside.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
You know what?
So,
That would be immune to lasers.
Mhm.
If that exists in the real world, because like
It would just
Mhm.
reflect
it
off
just
it.
bounces right off. Like, have you ever tried? Like, I
You
used to
know,
work with a laser
they-
cutter.
it, it really is not immune to high lasers. We see
No,
it
but I'm just
shoot,
saying
get
in
shot.
real. No, I'm just
in
saying in
real
real
life.
life that would they just bounce
don't
right off. Because I used to work with a laser cutter, and we tried
Mhm.
cutting like
Mhm.
acrylic with like a laser with a mirror backing to it.
Right.
It would just bounce right off. It's so weird.
Okay, guys, the Millennium Falcon.
Oh man.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
S tier, high.
S
S.
tier?
Question.
Yeah, if just I mean, if not, I mean, I don't know, very high.
I put it mid S tier myself. So
Mid? Really?
yep. I
I'm
like the
just
shuttle
saying that-
more than I like the Falcon design.
I say right behind the shuttle, just for its
Yeah, I would say right
cultural,
behind the shuttle
its
too.
cultural
Behind the shuttle.
importance.
Yeah,
Imperial
which
shuttle.
shuttle? Imperial shuttle?
Imperial
Second
shuttle.
place.
Second place.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Because
Okay.
it bested like it.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
It's the most
it's-
iconic ship of all of them. I mean,
Yeah,
what's your
and
first?
culturally.
Yeah,
If
No,
someone
no,
says,
I
"What's your
agree.
favorite
I
movie
agree.
ship?"
I
They're gonna say
agree.
Millennium
I agree.
Falcon. Like
I agree.
pretty much
I
everybody.
agree. I
It
agree.
embodies
All right.
the whole spirit
So
of Star Wars.
the Separatist Dreadnought. I want to put this in. This is actually from the Clone Wars, but we do see them in Revenge of the Sith.
All right, you see, like the Millennium Falcon has the name Falcon on it, but to actually
Mm-hmm.
take the aesthetics of a Falcon face,
Yeah,
D tier
That's
for me,
weird.
bro.
it looks like the
ugly.
bird from Dark Crystal.
Ugly, bro.
I admit that the Separatist ships are not necessarily the prettiest things, but
Ass.
they function. I don't know. I'd be C for myself. I put it in high C, but
That's a
D.
D for me, dog.
D.
D, Max.
Yeah, I'd say a D.
D. Okay, so high D, low C. Which one?
High D.
is? High D. Okay. Oop, wrong side. Wait, above the. Ooh, that's so tough. Okay. All right. I could live with that. I can live with that. Okay. All right.
This is not the be all end all list. It's just our list. You can live
Yes,
with it for sure.
Why Admiral Trench's too? Oh, I mean, I liked Admiral Trench's design personally, but it was just again, it was like, okay, fair enough. Elijah, basically, sorry, I mean Levi. I literally could only put 50 ships on here. There was other choices I wanted to pick with the different styles of the Republic ship, but unfortunately, I had to cut some back. All right, the Fire Spray Slave 1, Boba Fett ship.
This one's
Boba
hard
Fett,
because
yeah. I mean,
it
now
was cool for a while.
it was cool until Book of Boba.
Yeah.
No. It got cooler from Book of Boba. When you saw the interior of this ship design, how cool was it that the whole...
No, it was cool
I
in
was a little
That,
Mandalorian.
that was
Mandalorian.
very
Yeah, that's
cool.
cool.
That was very,
This is-
very
Book
cool.
of
This
Boba
is
just
high
kinda-
A for me.
Yeah,
High A, yeah.
high A. For
I
sure.
put it
I
like
mean,
around a
it
B.
used to be S.
Wait, what?
D?
It used to be S for me until Book of Boba.
Really?
but I think like
So wait,
I really like it though.
So where Elijah and Jason, we're high A, but Max, your high B. You
I'll
said?
put it like a high B actually.
Okay, so it's gonna put it somewhere closer to mid to low. So where do we want to put it? With the Razor Crest below the Razor Crest, above it. Oop. What do you think, guys? Above the Razor Crest or below the Razor Crest?
Well,
Above the Razor Crest.
Yeah, I kind of
yeah, probably above the Razor Crest because of seniority.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seniority wins.
Seniority wins. Yep. Okay. We've got
man.
a handful.
I agree with
of them.
Malloy, but you know,
We got a handful left. All right, the Super Star Destroyer, the Executor.
Oh, look at that! It's like a city in the sky, bro.
I
Yeah.
love the design of
like
this shit.
that.
Like, I love this Star Destroyer.
And I like
so
how
much.
That looks really
how
cool.
it dies is cool too.
I put this at S above Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, personally.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I put it S above Darth Vader's TIE
I
Fighter.
put a low S.
Low S.
Low S.
Yeah, towards the bottom of the S's.
Okay, all right, okay. All right.
Because that again is like, you know, a state.
Not once.
All right.
Not once have I
Wait,
ever
That's
grabbed
Rhode
it in my
Island right
hand
there.
and made it.
That's
But,
Rhode
but
Island.
low S is
Beginning.
better than the Star Destroyer, or not as good as?
Better than the calamari.
Okay. What do you
Yeah,
think,
right
guys?
there, it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right
fine.
here?
Yeah,
Okay.
Right in the
okay.
calamari.
Wow. Okay, fair enough. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. See, these guys will agree S. See, look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Exactly. All right. Definitely S. Okay. Next one is, this is the one from The Last Jedi. This is the Supremacy. This is Snoke ship.
Oh yeah, it dies good too.
Yeah.
Uses the
This is the one that gets
whole
spliced in half in 3 pieces when.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
It was cool while it lasted.
Yeah, I mean it blew up pretty quickly though.
Yeah, I don't even remember this one. I give it a D.
What?
D.
A B? Okay.
D.
Yeah, I
D,
agree.
D.
It's a B. It's a B.
D as in
I think you
dog.
said D for a second. Yeah, it's a B.
I
Yeah,
did say D.
Oh, you
Yeah, I
said
said
D?
D.
I say
said
B.
D.
I say B.
It's a cool ship. I like it.
I'd say around a
It
C.
A C?
It's
Okay.
just another too basic of a ship. It's just, I don't know.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
So,
the
wait,
design
Jason,
is a
where
little too
are you on
basic.
it?
I'll say an A.
An A? Okay, so that puts it closer to a low B then, really.
Just to
Low
counteract
B,
the
high
life
C.
with D.
Low B, high C, guys. No, low B, high C. Where does it sit, guys, do you think?
I'm happy with it above the ghost.
I'd be okay with it on the bottom there.
No. Low is in here or high is in there. It's one or the other. It's not
Low
above
B.
the ghost.
Low B for
Low
me.
B.
Low B? Okay, low B. All right. Wait till we get our changes. We get the one change that the all new nerds do. I'm forcing that on this one.
That doesn't change our mind, Brent.
I know, but it still makes it a change for sure. Okay, guys, this is the T6 shuttle, Jedi Last shuttle, Jedi shuttles basically. Jedi
Thing's
ship.
ass, dude.
Yeah.
What?
I don't like this one either.
D.
Yeah, it's like a
but
C
you
or a
s-
D.
Really? I kind of like it. It's a B for me.
Panel work is ass. It's
Yeah.
no
It looks-
texture.
But it
Yeah.
moves like this thing. Like shifts.
don't care.
Well, okay,
It
fine.
just looks like
All right,
crap,
okay.
dude.
What? I like it. Wow. Okay. All right. So I'm
What's wrong with you, Brent? Why do you
I'm
like
high
that?
B.
Ew.
I'm high B. But you guys are what? Where?
D.
D. I give it a D too.
Wow. So that Max, where are you? Sorry.
Yeah, like a C or D.
Okay. So that
Give
puts
it
us
a
in.
D.
That puts us roughly in mid to low C. Where do we sit?
Low C.
Low C. Down
I'm
there.
gonna put it
More.
here.
No, more.
No,
Below that.
because I'm a high B. I'm a high B on this one. But
Yeah, but you got like 2 D's against that, bro.
Yeah.
D minus.
Clone War Kid mode. Yeah, come on. I like it. I think it's cool. D really? D minus? What? No. Okay.
D. Snyder.
Wow.
Huh,
Okay.
he's
All right.
not going to take it.
Okay. The Tentative 4.
That's a S tier,
Barrel
man.
guns.
The first thing you
Yep.
see ever in Star
Yep.
Wars.
It's A for me. It's an A for me.
That's an
Yeah, I'll
S
put that
tier,
in A.
man.
S. I give
Yeah.
it S. Low
Yeah.
S. on the lower of the S's.
Okay, all right.
It is the first ship we see, and it's it's a contrast
Introduced
between
us to the whole
yeah.
So
cultural weight, you know.
Wait, so two of us are high A and two of us are low S, right? Is that right? Or
I'm just
Put it
saying
like
S.
low S.
Low S
Lo-
is good.
Yeah, it
S,
looks like it's
yellow
low
S.
S, I guess. Okay, all right, it's down there. Okay.
Man, Brent hates the original trilogy for some reason.
No. Just there's some other stuff that. Okay, TIE bombers. I love them.
That's why you get such the bad pictures, man.
I did. I put it.
I mean,
That
I
is
like the bombers, but
horrible.
they're like
Whatever.
I like those, but your picture that you grabbed's making me not
Hey.
like them.
What?
It's hard to rate when it's like from a Lucas Arts game. You
Yeah,
know?
whatever. It was a cleaner image. Again, I didn't know I was going to pull these full images.
Again,
and then-
Brent doesn't know how to use Google.
No. They're easier to read when they're clean images on such a small image. If I was just pulling it just from down here, you'd be like, "What's that ship look like? I can't tell." Anyway, where do you want it to sit, guys? What are we looking at?
that's like a mid A, right?
I give it a B.
Yeah, I'd say mid A.
Mid B.
I'm mid A.
So I guess
Alright,
a low
It's
A.
a low A. Yeah. Okay. Above Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter or below it?
Above.
Above? Yeah, I agree.
I'd say even above the Marauder, but you know, it's just me.
Ooh, yeah, I kind of agree there, but actually, I'd say yeah, I'm gonna put it above the Marauder because I actually do like it a little more. All right, guys, where are we at? Okay, here we go. TIE Defender.
What
All right.
is
Yeah.
this thing?
Okay, this was first introduced in the games. It was later brought into Star Wars
Oh.
Rebels as an official thing. I love this ship. It is like super intense, super speed. It's awesome. I love it.
This looks like an
It's fun
upgrade
to
TIE
fly in
fighter.
the games. It's fast and it can take corners well. So I'll put it at like an A.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
fun
put
to
it A,
fly.
too.
I'm gonna put it.
I don't know about that. I'll let you guys have the A, but this just looks like a lawn dart to me. It just
Yeah, it does.
A.
Hey,
don't
lawn
know.
darts look cool, man.
yeah, but it's a I don't know. It's a TIE fighter with an extra wing on it.
All right, it's still cool.
It's okay.
All right, so hang on. I'm at high A. What are you at, Elijah? You're low B.
I would want
high
to say
B?
give it a B somewhere in the
Okay.
B. Like I don't care where it sits in
Alright.
the B's, but I don't
And
think it's
Max, where are you at?
I'll give it an A.
Whereabouts in A? Mid, high, or low?
Yeah, mid.
Mid. Okay, that puts us closest to mid to low. Jason, where are you at with the?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay, above or below the Rogue One type?
I'd say below that one.
Below it. Okay, I put it above. Max.
Well, just
above or
put
below?
above it.
Above it, yeah. 3 wings are better than 2. Okay, standard TIE fighter.
S.
S tier.
S tier. Yeah.
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 Wow,
Okay,
Brent.
all right. I mean, I'd put it high A.
He's still bitter about Ghost.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not. I would always put this at about high A personally.
That's an S
S
tier,
tier.
bro.
I mean, this is where how you get all your other TIE fighters. It's like
Yeah,
it
I
started
know,
with this one, like
but
everything
it's
derives
not
from this.
exactly the most like there are more maneuverable TIE fighters.
I'm talking about the cultural weight.
I'm talking,
Yeah,
I'm talking
I know
about
you're
design
talking about the cultural.
overall, like,
I'm talking
noticeability,
about.
I mean,
like,
why
right
do
away.
you act so surprised then, Brent?
So okay, so Max, what were you again?
I give it like an S.
An S. Okay, high or mid. Okay, if you're at S, guys, high, mid, or low S.
Right next to the
It's
TIE
got to
fighter,
be like
or the X-wing, right next to the X-wing, somewhere in between.
yeah, right next to the X-wing
Really?
is good.
See, I'm
That's a
going
good
to go
spot for
high
it.
A, so that brings us about below Moff Gideon's. Where were you, Jason? Were you a high S or a low or medium?
Oh, I mean, like, yeah, high S.
High S.
Right behind the X-wing is would be happy.
Okay, all right.
Original
I would-
trilogy
yeah. fine,
dominating
all
the
right.
top.
Okay, all right, okay. All right, so sorry, I'm trying to catch up, chat. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. TIE Deceptor.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean that's in S tier for me too. I mean all those TIE fighters, those
Yeah.
classic TIE
Oh,
fighters,
really?
kind of like
See,
all
this is an A for me.
match.
Yeah, it's S
This
tier.
is mid A for me. So really, so you
Yeah.
guys are gonna.
Lord Chargington's come to visit.
Oh crap!
Oh.
I've heard
Where
he
did
moves
they
quite
go?
quickly with instant torque and punch acceleration.
Okay, I have
And
no
Yeah,
yet
ad
he
break
requires
for
less
Brent.
routine
Hang
maintenance
on,
than
let me get
most
rid of
other
the-
gentlemen.
Mute it.
Ugh,
Just
God.
There you
mute
go.
it, dude.
Yeah, it won't allow me to get rid of it. All right, we're almost done. Okay. Sorry. What did we say again, guys? I was A.
Yeah.
You guys were
S.
S.
Because
Alright.
it's like the TIE Fighter, but you could see it's got more visibility.
Okay. All right. So where does it sit? Don't tell me it's better than the Super Star Destroyer. The Super Star Destroyer is like way
I'd
better
be
than this.
better than that.
What's that?
Better than the Superstar Destroyer.
You think so?
Yeah, just right there.
Yeah.
Agree with it.
Oh God! Wow.
Brent, don't
okay.
take it personal.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not.
It's
I'm
not our
We
fault.
got
you
more
got
S tiers than
ass,
anything.
bro.
I'm
Look
not.
at that.
Okay. All right. The TIE Silencer, Kylo Ren's ship.
He spins in that thing.
Yeah, he spins with that. Ray also cuts the wing off of the thing.
No, that's a different one.
Huh?
She cuts the wing off a different one. It's not
Pretty
that
sure it was
one.
this one.
No, it's you're wrong.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well,
He's
either way,
he
or
cuts
maybe
it
this,
off a regular
this,
type.
maybe this is the one that comes later then. Okay.
This is the one that he almost kills his mom with.
Okay. All right. Oh,
This is
yeah.
the one that
Okay.
killed Admiral Oh wait, no. This is the one he was flying when Admiral Akbar died.
Maybe. I can't remember which one. Anyway. All right, guys. Where do you put it? For me, it's like a
Yeah, I agree with Dylan.
high C.
It's
What's
it's pretty cool ship, but the cockpit looks ass.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the cockpit. I put it at like a C personally.
I could live with a C.
Yeah, I'd
Low
be
C. It's still just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
a lockier version of a
I'm
TIE
fine
fighter.
for a low C. I mean, I'll put it kind of like about here, kind of thing. All right. Okay. Next we have the Trade Federation battleship.
I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It
that
is
looks
cool.
more like a station to me, like
It's
a space
iconic.
station versus a ship.
Yeah, good point. Well,
Yeah,
the
that would
center
be like
the
having
center
the
part
Death
is the
Star in
ship.
here.
Though. The center sphere is the ship. You see them blasting off from the planet, and I guess it might be yeah.
I don't know if
Well,
I
if it's just the
classify that
center
as a
part of
ship.
the ship, then it's like a D because it's just a space ball again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
I-
iconic though.
I'm kind of fine with a low C. You guys are good for what, a D?
No, I'm not saying it's not
Oh,
that
yeah.
bad. I think
Yeah,
I like that thing.
I could do C.
I'd give it a
High
C.
C.
I'll give it a C.
I give it a B, but I guess
B.
I think
Okay,
it's
so
cool.
Only
that
because
puts us.
I wouldn't classify that as a. I know. I guess it is a ship, but
Right.
it just seems more like a station or like it would be
Dylan,
docked like,
Right.
above
Yeah.
wherever it
Brent
is.
Brent didn't put in the Death Star.
You're right. I
Just
didn't
doing
put in the
shit.
Death Star. Yeah.
Well, that's because that Death Star isn't really a ship. It's
It's
more
not a
of
ship.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
like this thing. I wouldn't
Yeah.
say this qualifies
Yeah,
as a ship.
you're right.
either.
Yeah.
I probably made a bad choice.
Yeah, I'd say the Lego Star Wars games both classify them as bases. So
Just
I'll
take it out,
All right.
dude.
Take it out. Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Remove.
Doesn't
All right.
belong on the
I'll
list.
just put it. Okay. All right. We'll take that one out. Okay. We'll use that for the next time when we do space stations. All
I
right.
agree,
Then.
Levi. Yeah, the Death Star 2 half built was awesome.
Okay.
I like that better than the original Death
Fair
Star.
enough. Alrighty. Trade Federation landing ship. You're right. I should have
Wow.
taken that one out.
Thing's ass.
Yeah, I don't like this. I don't even know what
I
this
think
is
it's
from.
cool, but hey,
You would.
yeah, I know. All right. What do you think, guys? Where does it live?
It's a D for me, dog.
yeah, that's a good
That's a D. I
D
call it
at
a
the
D.
very most a low C, but
Really? Okay. I'd put it a B, so I'd say we'll put it mid to high C then. Whereabouts? What do you think, guys? In here?
Just behind the roly poly.
Behind the.
I'd put
which-
it at a high
what's-
D, man.
What's the role? High B?
High D. High
High
D.
D?
Yeah.
yeah, high
yeah.
D works for
Yeah.
me.
We only got 4 in the D's right now.
It
I mean,
doesn't
that
matter.
shouldn't be the
Yeah,
reason to put
that's-
something
I
in
know,
a D.
I know that. I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
I'll
I
put it.
think like a high D too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll
Like
I'll
the
put it-
ships that are behind it that you're ranking are cooler than that, you know?
You think so?
Yeah,
Alright,
I
so
think those are better
We'll,
than
we'll
that.
go.
one.
We'll go
Maybe
low.
it's-
We'll go low C then. Okay, low C. Fair enough. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I mean, technically, it's a ship. I mean, it's. Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's technically a ship.
who said it was not a ship?
It is a ship. I mean, you
said it
see the
wasn't.
round sphere get like blast off
that.
the.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah. The round sphere blasts off from the surface planet. It actually is a spaceship. It's a space ball, as you said.
You
but-
agreed to take it off then. Why did you agree to take it off?
Okay, so well,
Baseball.
You got
City.
pressured.
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yep,
We'll listen to
all right.
Levi.
It is a ship.
It's a ship.
No, but yeah.
So it will
Levi-
sit in a
yeah.
what?
That's what I said. That's why. Yeah.
See,
okay.
I liked it. I ranked it high.
Okay, so what do we put it back as? We're gonna put
I
it back
liked
in
it
here,
as
guys.
a B.
A B.
Maybe better than Snoke's.
See, it's nowhere near as good as the Ghost for me. I'd put it down below the Ghost, but
Yeah, I'd put it below the Ghost.
Yeah.
all right.
For you, Brent, I'll put it below the Ghost.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Okay, so let's finish off these last couple, guys. We have got ourselves the Twin Pod Cloud Car. Technically, it is a speeder. It does have a flight ceiling, I believe, but I put it in here because it really does also fly at the same time. It's like,
I've always hated these things, honestly.
really? I love the design. Like, they're so awesome. But anyway,
I do like them. I
It's
mean,
a
I
B
want to give
for
it an
me.
A or a B,
Yeah,
maybe
it's a
high
B.
B.
I'd rank
It's
it
a-
high because it's original trilogy,
Yeah.
but like
Uh-huh.
it's not the toy I would grab, you know.
really? See, I had one of these as a
Yeah.
kid, but
It's
I
just
thought it
like
was
like compared like if it's sitting there next to X-wing and
Yeah, I
a
mean,
TIE Fighter,
functionality,
it's
it
shit,
doesn't do
like,
anything. I admit, it doesn't do anything.
It looks
functionality,
ugly.
But I think it looks kind of so out there different from what you've seen in Star Wars, especially since it was Empire. But that was just my opinion. All right, so what do we put it at, guys? B?
I'd be happy with a
B.
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 All right. In the B, about mid-B, below the Ghost.
That's fine.
No,
Anywhere in B.
No!
Yeah, I'd
below the
put it
Ghost.
Below the Ghost.
Alrighty. The U-Wing from Rogue One.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's got some nice functionality. I mean, for me, it's about a high C, low B.
Yeah, I'd say a low
B.
B.
I can give it a B.
Yeah,
Okay.
better than the Ghost.
Max, your thoughts? Low B.
I think a low B.
Okay. All right. Above Snoke ship or... Yeah. I'm going to put it above Snoke ship.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Alrighty. I put Y-Wing... Oh, what did I put Y-Wing in here twice? Oh, well, I guess I made a mistake.
You have it
All
in
right.
twice?
Yeah, I put Y-Wing
You have it in
twice by
already?
mistake.
I
Oh,
don't think, did we do
No,
that?
no. I put it... we haven't got it to it yet. Hang on a second. Yeah. One of these is wrong. I made a mistake and should have got rid of that. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to ignore one of them. My bad. Again, it was tired. Y-Wing fighter, guys. Where do you put it?
I'd say A.
Yeah, I want to give it an S because it's just one of the original ones, but A. High A.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't my
I'm-
favorite out of all the
I'm kind of
ships.
Yeah, it's
you know?
not that interesting.
What's that?
Yeah, but I think it's like still like iconic.
Yeah. Where do you want to put it? I still think the Naboo fighter is much more cool.
A, I guess.
Yeah, but we're in the A at this point. Below the Naboo
I mean, yeah,
fighter,
low.
above the Jedi. Low? Here, guys? What's
Yeah.
better?
Below the Naboo
Razor
fighter.
I
Crest?
can't see.
Sure.
You
We
still
can't
have
see.
it up.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. My bad.
Yeah, you still have it up on your...
My bad.
One more ranking on here.
Yep, my bad. Okay. Below the Razor Crest?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Below it.
All right. So, last one we've got is Yoda's starship. We see this in the Clone Wars. I think it's really cool. R2
This is
and
like an
Yoda
S
go
tier
for this
for sure.
adventure. This is S tier for me. I like it, but well, actually, it's
But
high
I-
A.
I-
Yeah,
you
I'd
know,
say
S
it's
tier.
high
This might be the peak Star Wars ship for me.
A.
I'd be lying. I wouldn't agree, but like just for
Uh-huh.
pure novelty, I'll say S tier with you guys too.
S
you know?
tier. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, I'll
I
say it
wouldn't
for the
agree.
memes. I'll do it for the lols, you guys.
Uh huh.
I don't know how to rate that one. It doesn't even look real. I mean,
What?
it's
It
ridiculous.
isn't. It isn't real. It only
well-
exists in the CG world.
Yeah, it is. It is from the Clone Wars animated series. So
It's like, well, he has a small lightsaber. Let's give him a small little spaceship.
Yeah.
It's like a Dragon Ball Z pod, like the Saiyans. Like,
So where does it live, guys?
that.
High A, mid A. Wait, well, I mean, Luthen's ship is better than this.
It's right behind
I
the
mean-
And
Behind the-
right behind the Razor Crest.
behind the Razor Crest
Yeah.
over here. Max, you
Yeah.
feel good with that? I think that's
Yeah, right behind the
about it,
Razor
yeah.
Crest works for me.
Yep.
No quad jumpers, Brent.
What's that? Well, yeah, I made a mistake when I was doing the Y-wing. I put in 2 Y-wings by mistake. I should have. I didn't catch it. So yeah, guys. All right. This is our list. This is everything that we have. We
Just go
all
ahead and
get-
move up Ghost so we
We
can move
all
on.
get to move one thing. The question is who goes first.
You go first, Brent. It's your show.
Okay. All right. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna put the Razor Crest up higher. The Ghost up higher. I'm putting the Ghost up to. I gotta put the Ghost up to here. See, it's better than the TIE Fighters though. But it's not as good as. I'm gonna put it up here. I'm gonna put the Ghost up in there. All right, Elijah. You're
Oh,
next.
you don't want to hear what I'm gonna say.
No, please. Yeah, pick one and put it where you want to put it.
I would
Specifically.
lower the Naboo fighter to a B.
The Naboo fighter to a B. Ooh.
Ah,
Which part?
that's
which,
the one I was
which
gonna
area?
raise.
Oh well, I guess you can raise it. You can raise it back up anywhere in the B's. It could be high B. That's fine with me.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna put it high B then. Okay,
He's
all right.
Mac's gonna raise it back up.
Well, no,
It's like, high A.
Max can't change it. Max can't change it. None of us can
I
change
can't.
it at that point.
Sorry, guys.
So,
Ah.
go for it, Max. What do you see?
Let's make it interesting now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's take the other Naboo fighter and move it up then.
Queen Amidala ship. This one.
Yeah.
I would agree with that. I
silver
kind of like
one.
that one more than
Let's
the
put it to a
one.
mid A.
Yeah.
Mid-A?
Oh,
Okay.
nice
That's
move.
better
from
for
Mac.
me.
All right, that works.
I like-
Let's
I
put
like
it to
that-
mid A.
That one.
Okay, whereabouts here? In front of the Y-wing, below it, here,
Just like right there is fine, like mid A. Yeah.
right there. Okay, all right. Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'd move anything. Maybe Yoda's ship to top S tier.
Wow.
Nah, just joking. I'm joking. I'm
What?
joking. That would just like you imagine that one's
yeah.
sitting right
It's a
at
disruption.
I agree, Dylan. The TIE Fighter. I mean, it was low B. It was high A for me, but it wasn't like.
Well, if
I
I
know.
could choose anything,
These guys
to
are going
move-
more on nostalgia. Sorry, Matt. Yeah,
If
Jason,
I
go for
could move anything, it would
Okay.
be move the ghost ship to D.
Well, you can't move the ghost because you can't move something that's already moved already. So yeah.
That's all I would do. So nothing.
Nothing.
No, I'm happy with the list.
You're happy with the list? Okay.
I like how the Imperial Shuttle is the top of our list for everybody. Like we're all
right.
saying the Imperial.
That is kind of
Yeah,
funny.
the-
Yeah,
the
I mean,
Bob
it
the Millennium
is.
Falcon.
Yeah, let's just talk about it just for a second. Yeah, the Imperial
Our top
Shuttle.
5. Let's go for
is
the top
such-
5 of the S.
Yeah,
'Cause
okay,
it's,
all right.
it's a pretty interesting list that we have for those top
Yeah,
5.
they're all nostalgic. See, I mean, yeah, I mean, they're boring to me now. That's the thing. Except for the shuttle, the Falcon is a little boring. Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, a regular TIE Fighter, and the X-wing are a little boring to me now. But you know,
Ugh,
that's
Brent-
just my
but
personal thing.
Brent got that. Clone
But you
Wars
guys, you
brain
guys
rot.
went
That's what-
on nostalgia. You guys went on nostalgia, and fine, that's fair enough. That's what this list is all about.
I mean, it's what brought us to where it is right now. You know?
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
it wasn't
fair
for
enough.
those,
Fair
it's the
enough.
foundation.
for our generation, yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
But it is the foundation. You're right.
It's the
Those things are.
foundation, and I think
Yeah,
that
actually,
it
those
holds a
5
lot
ships-
more than
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those 5 ships are like the foundation of all the other ships.
Yeah,
yeah.
pretty
If it
much.
wasn't for those, you
Yeah.
wouldn't have a Ghost.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
No,
wouldn't
you're
have
right.
any of the other ones.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have Yoda's awesome TIE fighter.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's cool. Anyway, guys,
Yes,
we've
tier
been
TIE
going for
fighter.
just on 2
S
hours at
tier.
this point. Either way,
Top of S tier, Yoda's TIE fighter.
yeah. Well, that's it, guys. We went a little longer than I was expecting, but
That was
was
fun.
cool.
We should do
It
another
was fun.
tier list sometime. Maybe
Yeah, we'll do another tier list.
lightsabers.
Yeah, lightsabers would be fun.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
lightsabers
get
would be
Brent.
cool.
I was trying to get Brent to do a tier list on like the sexiness of the Twi'leks in the series, like by sexiest to least sexy.
Okay, fair enough.
Whatever. I don't know. That would be easy for me. The sexiest one.
We'll
would be
do that
the-
on Jason's channel then. For sure.
Or you know which like as far as like
We don't have a lot of Twi'leks to decide from.
or just
Yeah.
like
Well,
I would always want to
it's a
do I'd also want to do like alien species that I could beat up, you
That
know,
you could
and
beat
rank
up.
it
Oh.
to like how fightable they are. Like, would I win against this?
Ewoks.
All alien. I mean, but just Star Wars or like all aliens.
The Star
Please.
Wars,
Okay.
just Star Wars.
Just Star Wars. Yeah. So we'll do some more tier lists in the future.
You think you could
this
beat
year
up
we'll kind of make that a
Trandoshan?
thing. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
The Trandoshans?
That's a good discussion, right?
Yeah.
Trandoshan's got that rough outer shell.
They do.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
like,
mean,
what would you have? You know, it's just you alone in an arena with
with the
nothing else.
Trandoshan. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know.
See, most of them would be able to kick my ass.
Yeah, you should watch Clone Wars season 3. I think it is.
I did.
Anyway.
I watched Clone Wars,
You
Brent.
did?
All right.
Did you watch
Still
the
didn't help anything.
Did you watch the 4 part with Ahsoka on the planet with the Trandoshans
Yeah.
and Chewbacca?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, guys. Anyway, chat, thank you so much for joining us out there, guys. This has been kind of fun. We had some definite choices. What would you choose out there if you're looking at this? Did we make a list that makes sense? And also throw in there, if there is an interesting list you'd like to see us do in the Star Wars tier list, let us know and we'll make something up. Otherwise, thank you so much, and we shall catch you next Sunday. And Jason's channel, we will be there live on Wednesday evening. So
Yeah.
and we'll maybe make a Twilight tier list for Jason's channel.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right,
All right.
guys. Catch you all later.
See you guys.